and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday, so you know what that means. That means we got another WWE Smackdown live stream here tonight. It's going to be a fun one, folks. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. A crazy night on the road to WrestleMania, and we are back in the US of A. Welcome to Chicago. It's going to be a good one, folks. Like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. I want triple digits in this chat tonight, but strap on, strap in, strap on, strap in. Are you ready? Is everyone ready? Completely forgot what I was going to do. Strap in and strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you Smackdown tonight. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. Crazy weekend ahead with AEW Dynasty on the horizon. We got so much coming your way. WrestleMania is getting closer and closer. 2 weeks, Nick. 2 weeks from tomorrow. And we got so much coming your way. We got our WrestleMania preview this week. We have our mega stream next week with 4 shows. It's going to be a crazy time here on the channel. Thank you for being here on a Friday. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. But we will be your live reaction to all the action here tonight. And for those who don't know, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and my guy, tonight we off the scale with it. We all gas, no breaks with it. Because we've got a last man standing match. We've got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins all under one roof. We've got Fenix debuting allegedly against Nathan Frazer. Like, this is, I said this before in live, this is when I'm actually like excited for SmackDown to be 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's stacked and, for multiple reasons. Let's be real. We're pumped because, hey, we're back together on a Friday. And how you doing? We're coming back into the final run here. I think for me, a lot of fans out there have anticipated they're back on home soil. Now we're going to crank this thing up. Like you said, three of the names in the triple threat are all going to be under the one roof. Fenix tonight. I didn't know Nathan Frazer had been floated as the possibility. So that's kind of interesting. Should be a hell of a match then. But yeah, I mean, up and down this card, the last man standing with Jacob and Braun, let's go. Should be a hell of a moment. What other teasers do we get? What other fun stuff, twists, turns? I'm excited. I'm pumped. It's a hell of a night. And again, I hope the chat out there is pumped too as I see it filling up.
Absolutely, my guy. But yeah, too, with it being 3 hours of like the last man standing match could legit go an hour and it would work and it would fit.
Yeah.
Now, who do you have winning that one?
Oh, we're jumping into that. Who's going to win? Who's Jacob?
I'm kind of with you there. It would make the most sense. I think that they could do something with Solo here, and this is where you set up Jacob versus Solo at WrestleMania, because we've already allegedly had what's going to be on night 1 and night 2 come out. The nights are looking a little light, so maybe we fill this out. Like, we still have no Jade Naomi match announced for WrestleMania, and now allegedly. Your counterpart, your doppelganger, Kevin Owens,
I have an
allegedly
idea.
dealing with a. Go ahead.
Well, I know where you're going with the KO thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's legitimate and unfortunate, we know the wrestlers love, getting into WrestleMania. They work for it all year long. If KO's had a phenomenal run, if he's hurt, I hope he's back quick. But I think you have somebody that you just signed that slides into this slot pretty quick and gives you a match with some history, a match with some meaning to it, and that's Miro. Let's go.
Really?
Why not?
Because he just signed. He's been out there hanging out in Bulgaria doing God knows what. Now, I did see he's allegedly going to be in Vegas for like a signing or something, not something WWE related.
Right.
So you want Randy versus
Miro. Yeah, like Randy comes out and says KO punked out, he's a bitch, blah blah blah, does the Randy stuff. Now what am I going to do at WrestleMania? And you get Rusev Day,
Rusev, Rutra,
right? Like I think it could work, and I mean I understand we can argue about babyface heel or whatever. I think because it's a quick pivot, kind of like just throwing Kevin Knight into a tournament. I mean, under the circumstances, it's a way to kind of get Miro back to in front of the people.
But you said there was history. Do explain this history.
Well, Randy and Rusev have crossed paths before. They, you know,
no shit. There's so many people I've crossed the
well, I mean, again,
and everything. I wouldn't say we have history.
Well, I mean, again, these are two guys that have crossed paths, have bumped together before. It might not be the deepest of history or something that, you know, Uber stands out, but at least there's a backstory of some kind. And again, I mean, on the spur of the moment, it might work. It might work.
Randy Orton versus Travis Scott. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Bring back Sammy. Let's go.
Well, allegedly it was during that the unsanctioned match, the street fight, what have you, between him and Sammy, KO and Sammy, that's where KO got hurt.
Now, again, was he hurt just fighting through it, and now it's got worse? Like, because we've seen him be active, we've seen him in brawls and such since that match. So, I'm curious what the actual story is there.
Fair enough, and I mean, honestly, not saying anything. And again, this is all purely speculation. This is one source. It was PWN that put it out there that KO was dealing with an injury. Could you just then still, if he can get through the match, you have Randy write him off, he takes time off, what have you.
Maybe
Randy goes, and we still think Randy's going to be involved with Cody at some point. So we know where Randy is probably going past this. We don't know where KO is going, so you could write him off, give him time that way. You know, at least make it through the match.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps. I mean, it also could be a case of KO comes out, seems hurt, and then is not hurt. So hang on tight. We will figure this one out here tonight. But yeah, lots going on. Punk going to be in the building. As we said, so is Seth and Roman. Ray Fenix making his debut of his Nathan Frazer smart booking. Nathan's going to take a fun L. Anything else you want to add to that? But I mean, this is going to go.
I don't know if you've heard the rumor going around that Fenix's first feud, which they're already selling masks of his on WWE Shop. Hey, Tony, look what you could have done. That's a Tony fumble. We don't need to talk about even the wrestlers. That's a Tony fumble. Yeah, but I digress. But they've said that kind of his initial feud is going to be him and Andrade. So I don't know if Andrade gets involved in this match. I almost expected maybe his first match was Andrade because Frazer seems like a really good match. It kind of seems similar to like how Penta got brought in. And I think it's somebody that's going to go that same pace that Fenix can go. And you're going to really highlight how quick he is and how king of the flip-de-doos.
Yeah, and I mean, I think both guys are familiar with each other. So, I mean, again, you have that working in your favor. I think Ray coming in, I mean, this is something that's been debated a lot. You said that thing about Tony Fumbles. A lot of people were very hurt about the NXT crowd chanting Tony Fumbles at the end of NXT. And to me, it's funny as hell. I love it. Again, you can do it both ways. Some people are super upset about it. First and foremost, people that tried to spin it into, well, if I had a big moment and they were cheering my former boss, I'd be pretty upset. Wrong answer. Ding. No, not correct. He's not thinking that at all. He hears Tony Fumbles and he's thinking, damn right.
Goddamn right.
Right? But the other part of that is this idea that, listen, I mean, the reason why they feel like fumbles is because Tony had them in his possession, so to speak, quote unquote, but he underutilized them. The Lucha Bros could have been a tag team that dominated, that really had good runs, but politicking, that tag team division went to shit. Ricky Starks got benched, and a lot of people can go back to that moment where you saw Edge's face of like, oh, son, you just messed up in a big way, sir. And we never saw him again. We still talk about the Wardlows and the Hobbses, and now maybe Malachi Black. There's this plethora of people that are sitting around doing nothing. And I tried to propose that to one person online, and they were having none of it. But Tony Khan's paying a whole lot of people not to work. And it's crazy because that used to be one of the knocks on WWE is they're hoarding talent. I don't know if that's the case anymore. But who fumbled, dude? Like, I mean, it's different. You can argue that Swerve was a fumble or Tony Storm was a fumble.
Oh, I would 100% say if we're going to throw out the term of fumbles and everything, absolutely. Despite I don't want to get into the whole Swerve Booker T thing because that's a fucking can of worms, and I am kind of Booker, but I'll leave it at that. But I think the fan war will always rage on. I think the company war is done. They're not fighting each other anymore. That's why they will openly admit and talk about stuff with AEW on WWE now. I honestly, respectfully like the move of AEW moving their stuff away from WrestleMania and making kind of May their WrestleMania season with All In and everything. I think it's a really smart move. I like AEW finding its lane and making its own pathway versus being in this war that you're not going to win.
Yeah, and that's where I mean I try and temper some of the people out there as far as like, you know, the Fed gets knocked for, oh, you guys come in and you commercialize a whole weekend. I can't believe you do that. And then your company does it and you're like, shit, like I just threw that out there. So right. I mean, long story long, either way, the battle rages on. Fenix is going to be outstanding. Naomi, who's on a heater right now, new attitude, taking on B-Fab. Number one contender, MCMG and DIY. And then, of course, this one we talked about. But let's start off the chat real quick, Nick, with Spaz in with the $10 super chat. Remember, folks, super chats are your way to guarantee you get clicked on. I'm not going to lie, pretty shit day, and the news and the socials are peeing me off. Genuinely thankful for this great space community you guys have created. Really needed it today. Big love. That is beautiful, Spaz. I love to hear it. I'm sorry you had a shit day. And that goes for everyone out there. You're never alone. Be a friend, tell a friend, and make sure you check in with us. If you're bored and lonely, you can even watch our replays, and we'll keep you company. But no, absolutely happy that we could turn your day around, Nick. That's what we love doing around here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even between you and I, there's been plenty of times you or I have popped on and just been like, yeah, today sucked. And then the other one will just can lift the other one up, or we'll both kind of come in feeling like bags of sugar, honey, iced tea, and the chat will pick us up and everything. So that's the best thing is we built a community. We built the WFU instead of, you know, the IWC, which is just atrocious amongst all the socials now at this point.
Right. It's crazy. We are the WFU, folks. Become united. Bradley also in with a gifting of 5. Bradley on a tear. He's gifted almost 100 memberships. That's amazing, Bradley. Thank you. This time it's for KJ Fantasy Hockey Semifinals beating me. I haven't beat you yet. You don't count your chickens till they start clucking, my friend. You're still in it. You're still in it.
Trust me, I'm in like the court, like I'm in the consolation 5th place game, and I'm still trying to work the fucking IR and waiver wires to just get some goalie points and shit.
Right. I'll admit I was a little petty because I kind of slacked the stretch of the season, and I dropped 1st place, so I end up squeezing into 2nd, and I was bummed. So I'm being a little petty and right now I'm putting a little bit of a spanking on Bradley, and he still gives us memberships. Like I feel like I should give you memberships, my friend. But thank you so much.
Don't worry, one day he's gonna cash in all these favors, and we're gonna have to do something strange for a little piece of change.
Right, as we are about 13 minutes away from the start of the show, folks. Little Ivan A. Why did that pop me? Don't you think it's a little too early? For
It ain't nothing but a good time.
Never too early. Never too early. AOB, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? CM Unk in the house. Can't wait. King Kong versus Godzilla tonight. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I'm both of them. I'm off the chain with it.
Right. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
On me. Well, that's the thing is I'm super excited. Just alone on that match alone, I'm excited for SmackDown because that is 2 big beefy boys that are going to be slapping meat and tearing the piss, tar, and leather out of each other. Like that's breaking fucking barricades. That's off the stages. We've seen Braun be out there with hook and grapple. What's up?
They've had some dust ups. Now the thing is, Braun needs a better showing because he's pretty much been handled. And I know you hesitated on your prediction, because he's been handled by Jacob for the most
Well,
part.
you never want to pick against Jacob Fatu. That a man will pop up in the corner of your bedroom like, I love you, Big Nick, and then just take you out.
Right.
But I think we're going to this divide with Solo and Tama and Jacob, and we've seen that little bit of tension there. So I think Braun could accidentally get a win here or something because Solo gets involved, and that's where we spitball this into a match between Jacob and Solo. The power struggle there.
That's juicy, and not Juicy Fatu, but Juicy just.
Well, maybe he might be signed. You never know.
You never know. Eric, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Happy birthday, Chelsea Green, and her service are having fun. Yeah, Chelsea's killing it. Chelsea's murdering right now.
100%.
What's up, Kadarius, Gnarly Mason, Clay Lewis? What's up? What's up, Ken? Ready for tonight? Side note: I saw rooms opened at Tony's hospital, and now they're taken by Jay White and Orange Cassidy. Okay. Down and out.
Did you see this? Jay White now, I guess, allegedly broken hand out.
Yes.
That's a bit of why we're getting Kevin Knight, or why we're getting the wild card, which we still don't. Who do you think the wild card is?
Is it too early for Cedric?
No, that's actually that's a name I hadn't heard mentioned, and I actually kind of love that. The two names I've heard mentioned were. Go ahead.
I just wasn't sure on the timing of it, but Cedric is a good show.
Even if it is, and like it's a fantastic show because it's a name I hadn't thought of and would make perfect sense, especially with everything that's going on with the Hurt Syndicate now.
Right.
The two names I've heard are Darby and Josh.
Well, Darby's apparently going up the mountain on the 15th, so
he's never going to climb that mountain. Let's be honest. Darby's never climbing that goddamn mountain.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what to do. But what was the other name? Oh, Josh Alexander. My only fear is if you bring Josh in and he's taking on, I believe the wild card is taking on Hangman.
Yes.
You need him to go over. But Hangman can't take it out. I don't want Josh to get introduced in the first round of this tournament on one of the non-pay-per-view matches, by the way. Tony, stop it.
You don't know if it's a non-pay-per-view match yet at this point.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Fuck. But yeah, no, I mean, for my money, I think that Josh would be great. But if Josh comes in and drops a hard L in like this tournament, I'll be a little bummed out. I want to see Josh climb to the top. And I mean, if he's chasing a guy like a Will Ospreay or a Swerve, he's a great counterpart for that. But don't walk him in and just give us a really great match and then he loses.
I want to ask a question, but I know we're getting through the chat because
you
could have brought in a certain person in that spot instead, but we got to get through the chat.
Okay. Well, Ryan, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Acknowledge. We love that. Let's go. Damien, welcome back. So it's Nathan Frazer. I didn't know it was going to be Frazer.
It's been bandied about. Like there's been obviously nothing clearly confirmed. I won't believe it until I see it, but that's been the name most brought up of. He's a guy like how Gunther fought A-Kid. Christ, that's not his actual name. Axiom, not man, over in Spain and everything.
I loved watching that process with you here.
Exactly, 100%. Again, I keep saying it's a lazy Susan, and we'll get there at some point. But seeing that match in Spain, it was a good pop. It's a good moment. Gets him over a little bit. That's the same thing with Frazer. He has the match with Fenix. Fenix is clearly going over. Yeah. So has a fantastic match. Shows how flippy-do, acrobatic, and aerobatic, whatever, Fenix can be.
Absolutely. We got about 8 minutes on the clock, and this list is long, so we're going to try and do a little better getting to you folks. But Jordan, welcome. AM Lion back at it. If I didn't have my notifications on, I would not know the day of the week. Keep those notifications on, folks. You never know when we're going to pop up. So I'm glad you're here. And yes, it is a Friday. You put a week in the book. So
are you at that point that you're you go by what wrestling shows on, tells you what day of the week is? Oh, it's Raw. So Monday. Okay. It's NXT. It's Tuesday, such and such. Yeah.
It's amazing because it wasn't one of my strong suits prior to, but now through doing this, like knowing what days of the week future dates are and then shit like that, like I'm kind of tuned in with the calendar at this point. I'm like
Wrestling for Life sexy calendars coming soon, folks.
Right. there was someone will ask like, hey, so what are you doing on like the 23rd? I'm like, 23rd, that's Rebellion. Like it's always around. That's the seasonal calendar is all wrestling based.
Right.
Christian, good to see you. See Money, welcome back. Welcome back. I see you, Bonkers, Cherokee George. Bradley, thank you again. Big Dog, Dara, Big Dog again. The Windy City knee pads in the house. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Maggie, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Jerome, Wide World of Wrestling podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sin, good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, this year WrestleMania sucks eggs. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet.
My guy, like I maybe we just need to make a shirt for somebody like 316 of just WrestleMania sucks eggs. It would just be like the Terry Funk shirt.
I'm happy to let people out there know that there's go watch White Lotus. There's other forms of entertainment. If you think this particular genre of entertainment sucks for you, if you think their big show sucked 3 weeks before they do, go watch something else. Go watch cartoons. Go figure.
They don't suck. Maybe you suck.
Wesley, Jake, how you doing? How you doing? Roll Tide, welcome back. Welcome back. Maggie got you. B Hockey. Feel like it's been a hot minute, so welcome back. Heather, welcome. Let's go. Let's go. I got Heather, got Sin. 316 still mad about life. Scott Rizzo, how you doing? How you doing? Daily OG, Michael Campbell, Ronan, welcome. 15 days. 15 days. Curtis, our commercial counter, our old commercial counter at this point, I guess. But good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Saffit. Bonkers.
Yeah, happy, I guess, early or current birthday or whatever. I saw Curtis mention his birthday and turning 60. My guy. That's why I thought it was funny when you were saying old commercial counter. I was like, did you click ahead? Did you click ahead?
Young and spry counter. Young and spry. So yeah, no, happy birthday, Curtis. Happy birthday for sure. But Spaz with $2 saying Stacks is leading Dark State, right? No. We'll talk about that later. We got to get through these, but thoughts on TNA scrapping the digital title to create an international title. The Unbreakable tournament and Ethan going. That's a lot. We'll thank you for the $5 super chat. We'll try and get back to some of those TNA questions.
Where's Anthony when you need him?
Right. Break it down. Vance, Boston. Good to see you. Good to see you. Roman. Good to see you. Bum, 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 bum. This list is amazingly long. I appreciate this, folks. But I think I got most everyone. Nick, Bash, Jason, Heather.
I'm glad the European tour is over until the fall. I can watch wrestling live again. Yeah, yes, you are, out there, sans plan de moi. You're out there off of a Euro trip. How are you feeling now that we're back on U.S. soil and everything?
Myself, I'm feeling good about it. Like I said, I was kind of waiting for, and I think that might be part of this vibe of like, it hasn't been the best build to Mania. I've been really happy with it, but I think some fans out there with the wonky schedule, having to watch a lot of replays if you're waiting to a regular time. Plus, I think maybe they're saving some of the stuff like we're going to get tonight. I thought Monday was great. I think tonight's going to be solid, and I think we're going to get rolling here. And so now that we're back, I'm excited. I'm super excited to see where this goes. Though I was falling in love with afternoon streams. I'm not going to lie.
Afternoon delight. But it feels like with the European shows that they kind of almost put at least especially with SmackDown, put it in neutral and just let it roll down the hill because we love the European crowds. I love them so much. I'm slipping into this voice, but yes.
Right.
But it almost got to where like they can't finish a sentence without a chant, without a song. Like, can we make it through a promo? A 3-word promo takes 25 minutes at times because of all the chanting and all the singing, which at times is fantastic. But I'd like to see people get through what they're trying to say. Funny coming from me, but yes.
Right. Well, I mean, ultimately, and I do think that they gave us some breadcrumbs, but it was very like we talked about with like Cena and Cody. Even though I was a fan of it, some people thought but again, it's kind of slow playing it a little bit. And now I'm hoping we get, things amplified. So there you go.
Right. But you want to pitch that real quick?
Yeah, let's pitch that real quick. I didn't mean to
Fair
click.
enough. I'll say hi to Kate and so on, and anyone else that we may have missed. I got to find up to scroll this to click this off. Here you go. Pitch away.
Folks, if you did not know, and I think somebody did throw it in the chat, but today released the first episode. We called it the pilot episode, I think, because we were both high. But ultimately, folks, episode 1, laying the chat down. I joined our man, British Nick, our buddy British Nick. We sat down and we just had a chit chat. It was a really fun time. It was my first time on the other side of the mic actually doing it that way. So I was pumped. I had a lot of fun. He's excellent. He's a huge supporter of this channel. You've seen his face on this channel. Go check out the interview. Go check out all Geek Box's content. As I said, he's the world's second favorite box. But an awesome time. And I know we're going to see some other familiar faces on his podcast. But episode 1, go give him love on this so he knows to keep going and interview other people.
Absolutely. Show him all the love. Oh, trust me, I haven't watched it yet. Spoiler alert, I haven't watched it yet. So if you said some inflammatory things, you can address them and counter them now.
Folks,
but I haven't watched it yet, but I saw a lot of the people, even from our chat and everything over there, showing a bunch of love to it and everything. Absolutely. Geekbox is, again, our international brother from another mother. Well, you're also international, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like you're trying to replace me. You keep bringing up British Nick and everything.
British Nick. He's
right. You're just trying to replace me. All of a sudden, there was no Nick. It was just always been British Nick.
He's the metaverse Nick.
He's the Miles Morales to my Peter Parker.
Yeah, pretty much. What's up, Greg Anthony? How you doing? I see Larry in the house. I feel like it's been a minute. Larry, hope you're doing well, sir. Let's go. Alex is back with us. Johnny Ringo might be a new name. How you doing, sir? Cooper over on Twitch. Don't forget, folks, we do have a Twitch channel, and we've hit our milestone of 50. We're trying to head towards 100 Twitchers, and we just passed the milestone here on YouTube, and we want to hit 10K. We're pushing for it. Be a friend, tell a friend. Anybody you know that likes wrestling, that supports wrestling, or just wants to support two good guys, send them our way and subscribe today to all of our content, as we got so much coming, Nick, we're about to start any second now.
Fair enough. But 100%, I will say, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Be a friend, tell a friend. Absolutely. But yes, we're out there on the Twitch. We're out there on the Instagrams, the Twitters. We got the TikToks, the goddamn Blue Skies, the this, the that's. We're on apps you ain't even heard of yet, folks.
Right. But Nick and I are going to sync up, folks. You can do the same at home as I get Ben.
Oh, my God. Are we actually great out the gate? Now,
no.
I ain't touching nothing. Hands up on the street.
You owe me two Cokes
forever. Let's go straight out the gate.
Welcome back.
This is a historic moment. We are together,
reunited, and it feels so good. Going live from Chicago. Make sure you get in that chat. I want to get back into triple digits. Everybody go tell at least one friend, and we double up this number here tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, we've been rocking with them triple digits. I saw us up to like 110s, 111s, and everything. So let's go.
111.
Rocking. Theater of the Absurd. What up? Yeah, bravo. Grazie. Perfect performance. We managed to sync up perfectly there.
Right.
How you know we doing this for a while here? We're always in tune.
Yeah, bold statement. But
and then MDB said, holy shit, has this ever happened? Spoken like a man who's been here before.
Right. You guys are what?
What?
They're sitting back like they'll blow it.
Someone's going to do something. That's why now it's hands up.
Right. The crowd chanting for Punk right out the gate, Nick.
Well, we go to Braun. Brawny the Strowman.
One big SOB.
I feel like that comes when you buy a Traeger grill. Like, I feel like that's a joint package type of thing. Like, and a premium subscription to Spotify so you can listen to Joe Rogan.
Free in every case of Budweiser.
Exactly. But yeah, the goddamn case of real American beer. You get one big SOB shirt.
No. LA Knight in the building.
Yeah. as he's taking on Tama tonight.
Why can't they just tell us this in the afternoon when people are trying to make graphics?
Still, but everything already was so great. They're just sliding extra goodness in there.
Right? Extra. MCMG.
Well, that's the thing, is I didn't even know until literally I was clicking on their website before we went live of like the number one contenders tag match.
MCMG looked like they're skipping third period after lunch.
They're very much, where are you? Yeah. And I'm so sorry. I cannot wrestle. I cannot compete tonight.
Right. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's go. Ethan Page is a baby face in TNA.
See, now this is my hot dogging and grandstanding glory moment here for half a second. Who was right all along about Naomi?
I'm not
Bullshit. How much longer do we need to get to WrestleMania?
Your point is in escrow, my friend. We are waiting. We are holding
This is about to be GameStop stock.
Right. I mean, listen, it's it looks like you were definitely right. I'm still got like hope that somehow Bianca circles back into the mix and then we're both kind of right. But yeah, you called it. I mean, it's been the best thing Naomi's ever done, period.
Yes. The best. Heather, Big Dog, where are you? And I like to see money. And Motor City Machine Guns are Blink 42. You get a star.
Look, Chris Van Vliet right behind the announce table.
Bro.
Right in between the commentary.
It's not where it is, it's what it is.
But we go back to last week, the contract signing. Roman, Seth, Punk is going.
Hold on. You can't just say Roman. You gotta Roman Reigns. Come
on. But yeah, so we get the Punk finally getting that Mania spot going on last night one, and that's not the favor.
I think we get the favor tonight. I was like 95% sure, and then I looked at the calendar and realized we got one more week in between, but I'm still like 80 to 85% sure we get the favor tonight. And could it be what I've seen now people throw out there of a long time ago, in a long forgotten time in WWE, Paul Heyman sat there and said, when you main event in WrestleMania, I will walk you out to the ring. And that might be the favor, and it might push Roman over the edge.
I agree completely. I love it. When you sent this over as well, I was like, yeah, man, like it was one of 24 theories. But I mean, imagine Paul looking at Roman and saying, we had a deal. We got to be men of our words. I have to do this. And Roman,
and you can just see Roman just like almost mouthing, like, what do you mean we had a deal?
Yeah.
We have a deal.
This was you. Now, right. And then Roman doing his entrance, Roman coming out at WrestleMania without Paul. And then for me, when I started thinking about it, he's supposed to be with Roman, shows up with Punk, leaves with Seth.
What in the fucking teacups? What?
You sweaty Heyman.
Yeah, you dirty bitch, you.
Just like, why not?
But see, my whole thing is Roman, I think, can still get by now without Heyman. It helps quite a bit, though. Punk definitely doesn't need Heyman. So I feel like whatever the favor could be, it could still be a trap.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Again, we thought the Mania spot or the Mania match itself was going to make it, the favor. I like this breadcrumbing because even the first time they all interacted, Punk says to Paul, thank you for putting your tribal chief on a platter for me. Like, it's tricky shit.
He's teasing every time, so you almost don't know if Punk might be lying at one of these points and just selling and playing mind games with Roman of maybe the WrestleMania spot was the favor, but right. I won't tell you it is. So now you just got nothing but to sit there and fester with that.
Right. Maybe. Tonight in Chicago, we find out the favor is winner joins Cody and Cena for a triple threat match. I don't see it.
I've seen people say that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't see it, man. I don't like it. It's the same people that said John was going to win the Rumble, and that didn't work out, did it?
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
I said that. I said that. What you trying to say?
Look, they're making these people wait for Punk. As the chants break out again, we haven't done anything in this building yet, and the crowd's been on their feet.
Yeah, we're 7 minutes into the show. Look in my eyes. What do you see?
People walking into the building and a recap package 7 minutes. Welcome to a 3-hour show.
Well, they got to get their CM Punk merchandise. They got to get their, OTC sippy cup. Do you think that because it's in Chicago might lean heavier towards they do something really big storyline wise with this because it's in Chicago? It is in Punk's home back. It is in his territory. It is in his backyard.
I mean, you want to get some heat. Punk gets absolutely whipped from one side of this arena to the other by whoever, Seth, Roman, I don't care who.
But the pop is if Heyman's out there, the favor was that I will walk out to the ring with CM Punk in his WrestleMania main event, and every word the crowd will get louder and louder and louder, and to see Roman just come unglued with it. Someone needs to remind Seth too, by the way, he's in the main event as well. He's in there as well.
Right? I mean, it was his idea, really.
Yeah, he's just, but the second Punk's in there, I fucking hate everybody. I hate all of you.
CM Punk setting it up. Paul's favorite of Punk is a lifetime. It would be muffins, a lifetime supply of Mindy's muffin. Pause on all of it.
Are you a stump guy or are you a muffin top guy?
I'm a fat guy that likes both.
I like cake.
It's a weird question of like, why do you stop there? Like, why would you?
Fair enough.
I mean, usually all the good stuff's in the top, so I'm in.
There are two. That's what she said. There are two ends. Ronan, what up? As we've gone off the rails, and it's only been 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the show. Right. As we had 112. I mentioned it, and we got 109, but 100%, folks. Let's keep this thing rolling. We're at 6.7K. Let's see if we can get 10K by WrestleMania. We've just passed 52, 55, followers on Twitch. Let's see if we can get to 100 on Twitch.
Absolutely. As the building is on their feet, it's loud. Punk is having a time, by the way. I know a lot of people don't. Let me rephrase that. There's a portion of the fan base out there that won't like Punk no matter what he does. But my God, is he having a good time? Like, talk about the ex that you broke up with that's living their best life and just grinding it into your chest. That's what Punk is.
You just so mad at it. Like, she dumped you and got with somebody that is way better looking, is a whole lot cooler. And you got no chance. And you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's eating at you. Every time you see her, like, oh, look.
See, this is when I've been preaching this the whole time. I should be the fucking spirit council for Tony Khan. I ain't even mad at it. You can have that.
Thank you, Heather. I would say we try, but we really don't. It just happens. Glad to be live. Bruiser, welcome.
Most of the time, honestly, at least for me, when I try is when I get up. So, yeah.
Right? What's up, Maddie? How you doing? Like Mussolini.
And Kennedy. And he's the goddamn Wolverine out here. What can straight edge do for you?
I'm telling you, Punk is hell-bent on and I wouldn't honestly, I don't want to hear in the next 2 weeks, like Punk versus Rollins in a one-on-one match. No. He does not do shit. Lucky he's not in a bubble. You don't even let him walk in the building unassisted because this man cannot get injured in the next 2 weeks. Knock on all the wood.
No. Well, I mean, he was out there wrestling Gunther in steel cages on house shows.
Right.
Every time I saw that, I was like, what are we doing? This man got injured jumping into the crowd. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh,
what the?
Did
the cameraman die?
Punk's got the camera. What up, Anthony? I know I clicked on you and didn't say anything, but there you go. Why are you late, sir? What are you? Who do you think you are, Hangman Page?
I'm gonna.
Has that guy been on time ever for work?
Hey man,
not Anthony. Anthony's awesome. Hangman Page.
He shows up on Cowboy time,
right?
As Punk, just straight cameraman. And shout out to the camera guys, because even Punk's like, this shit's way too heavy for me. Get it the fuck off me. He's still got it, Bradley White.
Let's go. CM Punk has on custom CM Punk shoes. Is it the shoes?
Now, if CM Punk was to release his own Reebok shoes, which would have sold better, the Young Bucks Super Kicks,
right,
or the CM Punk,
right. You got to punk them
I'm
up.
not supposed to be here. Excuse me, Jesus.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. Best crowd in the world. MDB shouting out Chi-Town as Punk did.
I think he's just shouting out our chat. It's the best crowd in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Cameraman Punk. That's what the CM stands for.
Sorry, Punk saying to thank 16,000 strong in my hometown. And the crowd goes wild.
But that's this is the interesting talk of everybody says, well, WWE's, pricing out their audience. Yeah, but every show that they do is a sellout. So if they'll pay it, they will price it.
Yeah, I said this earlier this week, Nick. I mean, it's the same thing with concerts. I mean, it's not just wrestling.
It sucks.
UFC.
Yeah.
It's been bad. I mean, inflation's been a mofo. But it's everything. But they're selling out. So when T Swift comes rolling into town and people are selling their children to go sit in the nosebleeds to, watch this.
They do that for pennies, my guy.
It's a tough, right? Like, again, is it unfortunate? For sure, because there's casual fans. What you then get in the building is a bunch of casual fans. They don't really get the shtick. You kind of lose the hardcore audience a little bit to a degree.
All of a sudden, the age in the audience moves up into like the 55, 65 range. All of a sudden.
Yeah, no shit. Hangman, yeah, you have to have an OnlyFans account to go to a wrestling show.
Well, oh my God. But Hangman got to charge his electric cowboy car. Yeah. Fucking Prius cowboy.
It's my favorite thing ever. The horns are heavier than the car. The car's like almost riding a back wheelie.
Right. Man's just wheeling his way through life.
Hey, you got that hydraulics? No, my horns are heavy. Pause.
So, by the way, though, Punk is literally he's even bringing up of when I came down here as Al Capone on the side of his car and everything. So he is very much, I'm going to let off all of what I've had for X amount of years about why I should have been in the main event.
And I think that's why he looks in the condition that he's looking right now. I think he wants to show up and show out and make it mean something, not just a participation medal, not like, well, I got in there, but it was a formality. No, he wants to do it. And I'm really excited about this match where people talk about, I know our buddy, our one buddy in the chat, WrestleMania sucks. I'm sorry, if I told you last year or any year, we're going to get CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth in a match. But on the other night, we're going to get Cody and Cena. You would be, you tell me I was full of shit. That's never going to happen. Like, this is some dream booking.
That's the thing is you don't even need to say that. I think it's in part because it's not WrestleMania 40 of the last 2 weeks of chaos of all of a sudden Dwayne just decides Dwayne's going to Dwayne. But if you just said, we're going to get Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk in a triple threat in the main event of WrestleMania. All right, I'm buying a ticket. Everybody shut the fuck up.
Right.
Just saying.
100%. And I mean, again, in a year where Jey Uso should be treated like, you know, almost like a Daniel Bryan, almost like a Kofi, like on that kind of memorable run where everyone, it's Yeet Mania this time. I mean, Yeet Mania should be running wild. And again, these are in light of some of the other amazing shit we have on this show. So I don't know, man. Are we just getting greedy as a fan base?
Yes.
This man out here cooking to start the show.
I'm going to whip Seth Rollins' ass. I'm going to whip the tribal chief Roman Reigns' ass. Wrestle that. And I love this, though, because this is what we have waited as wrestling fans. And
ladies and gentlemen,
my name is Paul Heyman.
Nick's like, I heard my cue.
Listen, am I not Happy Heyman, the jovial?
That was so fun. No, but to see you like switch it, like you were mid-sentence, you're like, tweak.
the fucking AI just locked in right there. Yeah, the Terminator. Yeah.
Please don't verb Dwayne's name. I love that. CM Punk's doing a WrestleMania event pro in 2025 on WWE. Stop discussing Taylor Swift and focus, boys. Mr. Noob. It was a relevant comparable.
By the way, I love halfway kind of enjoying the fact that allegedly Mr. Noob is out there on a lonely, lonesome highway, East Omaha, you know, and out there hauling convoy and just listen to us.
Great promo from CM Punk. CM Punk came out and cooked. ECW chants break out. Where's Roman? We don't know, but he's supposed to be in the building. Heyman has what the kids call aura.
Aura. Yeah.
Nick is
easy
Paul
dub. Easy dub.
Nick is Paul Heyman with a beard. I like that one.
Yes.
I'd rather hear voices in my head pulls a Rhea, hopefully a sign the contract. Larry, what?
I think he's alleging that Randy just finds a contract to be in that match of the triple threat and just signs it, but
right.
I don't know if a contract exists.
Right. He pulls a Rhea and just signs his name to it. Let's go. Punk could get on the mic and recite the phone book. Oh, it's just unbelievable. And again, anybody can hate all they want, but when you see genuine talent like that, the complainers just stand out real bad because
I want babyface CM Punk in a promo in a back and forth with heel John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
To see that juxtaposition, to see that segment turned on its head.
Mm-hmm. So Paul going back to why this all came to be.
But we're going to get the favor announced, I feel, with this.
Yes, I think that's where we're heading towards. The favor. Heyman just got here and already, that's not nice. Be nice. Might be true, though.
I mean, if I could do it, I'd do it.
Right. That's
April
awesome.
19th, I will be at the Fountain View in Las Vegas for the One Man Dead show with Entertainer. I'm looking forward to it. Am Lion, sneak in a Wrestling for Life sign, my guy. Take a picture proving that you were especially there at the One Man Dead show. Get Taker to sign a Wrestling for Life sign or a WFU sign or anything, and we will send you all of the shirts.
Right. Let's go.
And that goes to anyone, especially that's going to Vegas, that's going to Mania. Mm-hmm. If you send us proof that you are, a WWE and AEW event, anything like that, with a Wrestling for Life sign, we will send you a shirt.
Absolutely. Okay, so you deserve.
Well, this is great, though, because you had the segment with Heyman.
Yeah.
When he's like, it's in there. You are main eventing and then like is coddling them.
One more favor too. He has one more favor.
One more favor. We're stockpiling favors here.
Let's go.
Please tell me the favor that I owe you.
Please tell me.
That is so great. That is so good.
Right. I will get my.
Roman Reigns is pissed off about enough as it is. Please just tell me.
Yeah, I'm tired of wondering. But I completely agree with this theater. You're spot on with your assessment of each person.
Yep. CM Punk wants. Oh, absolutely. No, you're good.
They're talking about favors. Yeah, this is all about favors.
As much as the favor, I think, has done his business. Why are we're using this now as an abstract term of the favor is doing its business, and it's going to distract him a little bit. Like, is the favor in the room with us now? Oh! What did I miss?
I will tell you when the big chief decides to show up. Dude, it's 100%.
We're going to get it, though, tonight. We're going to get it, though, tonight.
When the big chief shows up, we'll talk about it.
Out comes the zombie incarnate of the High Chief Peter Maivia.
The theory that it's going to be you have to walk me. You are my guy. I am a Paul Heyman guy at Mania.
Will be in my corner at WrestleMania.
Going to distract your boy, right?
Fenix.
He
is apparently part of Rock Nation, but yeah.
Yeah, bang.
I like how it took you a minute because you have to be of a certain age to get that joke.
Yeah. It's like, so we're getting a vignette for Rey Fenix. I don't know if this means he's up next or just, according to the TV, it's foreboding music.
Yeah, he looks like the Rampage ad. He looks like I'm going to up next AEW Rampage.
I know.
Does anyone remember Rampage at this point?
Well, and I see a lot of people who are like, I can't believe WWE's running back a Rampage match. Listen, if I'd sign 2 players from a shit team and put them on a good team, I'm going to play them. Like, that's just what we're going to do. Like, we're going to show you what you could have done with them. That's not a flex on your behalf.
Well, it's just you open yourself up for the fucking obvious argument. So, like, but you let them go. So what are we talking about? Well, that's why they're available, is because you didn't want them. So what the fuck? People always miss that part of that. There is a part A and a B to that conversation.
Yeah. Up next, Rey Fenix debut. So we will put a pull up for that, but pretty exciting. Very surprised that they moved Fenix to SmackDown. A lot of people assumed he would join his brother. I think this is genius on their part.
Yes.
Very interesting. Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the thing about, they wrote about the Lucha division. What? Will they have a what?
What now? What?
I think it might have been Sports Illustrated. Don't quote me on that. I think it was our buddy Spaz sent it over, and it was made me laugh. Of, he's going to compete in the Lucha division. I was like, when did we get one of those?
I've never heard of this. I think, if anything, we've almost kind of talked about in a roundabout way of them doing something like that. So I guess Sports Illustrated trying to take off our, homework and acting like they didn't copy. Right.
As we are on a commercial break, folks, I will take a moment to tell you or remind everybody out there. Yes, go check out the interview. It was fucking awesome. I love doing it. Shout out. But we appreciate it. Again, it's so weird to kind of sit on this side and do that. But we are back on Monday as well. We have Raw. We're excited for Raw. Again, back to our regular scheduled time, 7:30. But of course, before we get there, Sunday, Dynasty, 6:30 live. It's crazy. We know when we start. We don't know when we're going to finish, but it's going to be a fun one. And then an insane couple weeks coming up. I hope you're big fans of us because you're going to see a lot of us.
Absolutely. And if you ain't, too bad, get used to us. But Dynasty and everything feels like, and it's funny that it's always still kind of tied to St. Louis with the archways and everything, but it feels very much like the gate. Go ahead. I didn't even get through my point, and you're already timing me out.
No, just real quick, because just what you said, and then I'll make it quick, and you can go back. Listen, as a person that is big into visuals Like I'm like, they're still in St. Louis.
Lazy booking.
Like lazy designing. Like the arch is still in there. You're in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia or wherever the hell you're going. You're in Pennsylvania. Change the logo. But
They're in Philadelphia. Yes, the gang does Dynasty this Sunday, 100%. Cut to the Always Sunny intro. But no, what I was trying to say before I was so crudely and rudely interrupted was about how this feels like the gateway into the WrestleMania season of now we're into the nitty gritty. Now we're in the end game when it comes to we've got go home shows aplenty. We've got literally Thursdays where we're going to be here watching 4 shows either almost at the same time, if not consecutively, of we've got the Mania Marathon on Saturday. So Dynasty is the break point of all the wrestling content coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. So much coming your way. Next Thursday, we're doing the WrestleMania preview. The Thursday after, the Thursday before WrestleMania, as Nathan Frazer is in the ring for this, and we are going to get the entrance, but our mega stream, 4 shows in the same night. We're going to be here all night long Thursday night, folks. But get your votes in as we get the debut of Fenix against Nathan Frazer.
Right. Johnny.
Against Nathan. Oh, this is silly.
But do you think we'll get put the Lucha Bros together? Yeah, eventually at some point. Just I like that they're not doing it out the gate.
I think it was smart because you already had the ball rolling with Penta, right? Like you already have Penta in things. So to pull Penta out and put him in tag, it's a bad play. I think
you're too close to a season finale.
Yeah.
Of WrestleMania to mush them together now.
Lucha! Let's go!
Lucha! As over the ropes wrestling. What up, my guy? Why do I have a feeling that the favor might backfire on Punk? I have the same.
Yo, check this out.
Yeah, he's just strobe light Penta.
He's strobing me out. Let's go. Ray Fenix in the house. Oh, wow.
It is so much like Penta that you already see when they put them as a tag team together how it's going to work.
Let's go. Big pop from the crowd. Whether they know him or not, that entrance was worth a cheer.
Well, and I do think if we're getting NXT audiences chanting Tony fumbled and pops for Penta and pops for Ethan Page and pops for Fenix, right, and Ricky Starks, they know. Like, that's what I'm saying. The company war is over. They both acknowledge that they both exist at this point. We're not fighting each other. We're both carving our own lanes. The fan war will rage on till time is done. But yeah. Ray Fenix, fresh out of Guantanamo Bay.
Ray saying hello with a little cheeky dance on the rope.
Yeah. I don't know who else just decides that they want to just sack tack themselves and just call it a day. Yeah, you do you, boo boo.
Oh, this
is going to establish to people who don't know who Ray Fenix is, who he is, real fast, because this is going to be high flying.
But we are off and running. I'm going to close the chat, the poll quickly on this one. But Fenix 85%, Nathan 8. A few people picked nobody, but yeah, heavy favorite Ray Fenix. It would be weird if it wasn't. But we were off and running. That entrance definitely set the tone, and this should be a fun match.
Holy shit!
I find when the AEW talent come into WWE, they're smaller than I remember them. But oddly enough, when the WWE guys go to AEW, they're bigger than I thought they were.
Yeah, well, it just shows you that's why it's always been kind of land of the giants. That's why Ronald Mysterious has stood up and showed out, because he's getting 5 foot nothing.
Whoa. There you go. Slingshot back into the kick.
Right into the
crowd.
One, two.
Like, I didn't think Ray was a small guy. Like, he's about the same size as Nathan Frazer.
But I like though that we're gonna I see Fenix being in this mid-card division the same way we see Penta being involved in the Raw's mid-card division and everything. So I like that WWE now has a mid-card division. And it feels like I can name people who are in that division.
Yeah. Oh, into the other side, head scissors, Fenix to the outside.
Now is this showing? Oh!
Ouch!
No, that was a choke. Holy shit!
That was a toe pick. Toe pick.
Yeah, cliffhanger, my guy. But is it showing that where if Fraxium splits, where they might end up? Is it showing that we're gonna use guys in more depth into? Oh,
that twist and dive. Welcome to the WWE, Ray Fenix.
And the guy does have bounce for the elms. Like this guy has spring in them boots.
And it's someone said botch. Yeah, no, 100%. And you saw Frazer. Frazer was disappointed. He kind of went fucking bang the mat. Like he didn't want his toes to catch, folks. But it was a toe pick instead of a tope. Right. It happens. It happens.
Well, and Boston says this: Fenix is a believable replacement for Ronald Mysterious. No one else could pull it off like him. Shout out Dragon Lee. Shout out. I feel like they've had one or two others that they've brought in.
Well, that's all.
Shout out Escobar. Actually, they've had a few that they've tried to bring in as the Latin American heartthrob, the luchador that can, be the little guy that wins over. And they just can't not be Ray.
Yeah, I mean, Boston's got a point, though. Fenix would be a good guy. Like, as far as a guy coming in really with star potential. I mean, we talked about Dragon Lee, but Dragon Lee's still young, so maybe he will get there one day.
Yeah, because Penta is Fenix is such a veteran. I think they're the same age, my guy.
Fenix is probably a little older, no?
If you're gonna call a year or something like that a little bit older, we can talk about that, I guess. But yeah, it's not like Penta's up there.
Dragon Lee,
Dragon Lee versus Fenix, who's younger, who's older? Because I feel like they're roughly in their early 20s.
Oh no, Fenix is in his mid 30s, my guy.
Really?
Yeah,
that just made me depressed.
That makes me depressed. Yeah, Fenix is 7 years older than Dragon Lee.
Damn.
But I mean, again, there's a good crop of young Latino representation in the WWE. There's a lot of talent that any one of them can step into it. Pence is definitely a vet. Knee to the back.
Oh, yeah, you got picture-in-picture. I do not.
Yeah, I still got him. Nathan Frazer just working Fenix right now. Ray 34.
There you go. Fair enough. I am not a Rush fan. He's wasting AEW like so much other talent over there.
What happened to Rush? Because I remember, now we're looking at a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. Remember when Rush re-signed? They did like a pre-tape package about him signing, and like it was such a big deal. Like this international talent has decided, and he did the couple like knockoff Die Hard scenes, and that was it.
When has Tony Khan AEW really given a shit about lucha talent? Let's be honest. I think this is a fucking fallacy that we construct our own mind of. Think about it. The Lucha Bros lost in a best out of 7 to the Young Bucks.
True.
And everything. Like they had a great match with the Young Bucks in a cage match. One of arguably the best AEW matches of all time, but who went over? The Young Bucks.
Right.
Dralistico has been an afterthought. Mortos, he's just the bull that jobs. Rush is out there just choking people out with electrical cords. Abrahantes is an afterthought. Yeah.
We get more toast more than Rush. It's facts. It's crazy.
Right.
We get more toast more than most people.
Yeah.
Nice suplex.
Running through it.
Nice.
1, 2, 1.5, as Christopher Cox saying, evening Maple Leaf KJ and the Bronx Bomber Nick. I'll take that. And me and my torpedo bat.
Pause.
Well, no, have you not heard about the controversy or a little bit the discussion, the discourse? Maybe in a commercial break, I'll bring it up or something. The Yankees using torpedo bats.
The baseball players always trying to cheat, man. They're always up to something.
Yeah.
Frazer, comes down hard.
Yeah, but he hit the move like he knew he wasn't going to land it on somebody because he slid right out of it.
Big knee. Fenix gets folded up.
Dragon Lee is 29. How long until Ilya's return? I've seen this floated around. I can't remember the exact dates, but like Oscar's, I think the first.
Oh, punt off the top. Sorry, Nick.
You're good. Go.
Fenix. Knee to the head. Oh, shit.
Two count. How you hit that to where even Tessitore doesn't even know what to call it?
That's a
and you get a 2 count.
But that was so weird to move it to the outside. Look at this.
It's unique as shit.
Yeah.
I dig it.
The Fenix driver.
Fuck it. But this is showing you plop this in to a Dynamite. Tell me the difference. Well, and
then what I was going to say the AEW's.
You can see more of the crowd. Is that the issue?
Right. Oh my God. Frazer gets his head popped. But the fallacy of, we put on the better match.
Jesus, who does that? The springboard
spin
back kick.
Yeah.
One of the Liu Kang.
Oh, send him up for a muscle buster.
Samoan Joseph.
Oh,
variant of the Penta driver.
He called it a Mexican something.
Don't say that. Americans will get mad. We've seen that with Grande Americano. Just no. Right. Move along.
Ray Fenix with a win and showing off some really good stuff. A muscle buster into the Michinoku driver.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
Saxton out here instantly. Got to interview the man.
Saxton's been in a ring in 7 years.
I don't like this because the motherfucker's obviously gassed. Like, he's obviously winded his shit.
Yeah.
This isn't, you're not Joe Rogan. They haven't had 5 minutes to collect themselves.
I like that sideline vibe.
No, because I don't need.
Right? I like it. We're good.
Thank you. It's so amazing. That's what he's fucking doing. I don't need that.
It's great.
I'm Red Fenix.
Tonight is so much more.
I reward him with life. So, is he going to shoot on TK?
I hope
he shoot on TK.
He gives us the Waltman. Yeah. He'd be like,
I waited my whole life. Well, I mean, he's out there when he's sitting there. Like he about to say this with his chest, right? His whole chest.
Right. Roosh and Draglistico would be right by my side if they weren't being held hostage by AEW.
He's the Sean Waltman of the LWO.
Oh, Escobar impressed.
Fucking Marty McFly there with goddamn Los Lotharios.
It works here. Hey, I mean, again, it was a great match, but Humberto saying he's better than Fenix.
Oh. I'm going to answer this, be hockey. of how did we end up with a Yankees and Bills fan in New England, Nick? Did someone traumatize you, brother? And where was it? Oh, C Money even saying upstate New York. There's a lot of those. I know quite a few. Absolutely. Yeah. But I moved with a buddy of mine out of where I was born and raised to New Hampshire, and then have since flagpoled and everything there. So yeah, that's how I'm a transplant. It's like how Anthony's a Bills fan in Atlanta.
Right. I'm pretty good at being local. Like I'm pretty solid on my locals.
You stayed there. Your roots is planted.
Yeah, a little bit. Is that a Maple Leaf joke? My roots are planted.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you want to take it that way, you're suited out there from your roots to your boots.
If the branches fit, KJ, let's go.
Exactly. I mean, if you're gonna take it that way, you take it that way.
Well, in that case, then I'm gonna make like a tree and leave.
Why don't you make like a tree and fuck off? Is that what you're about to say?
I thought about it. Ladies and gentlemen,
I said it.
The show is rolling on. We got lots more to get into. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We want to see more people hanging out with us here tonight. Mr. Nick, I shall return.
Absolutely. As KJ is taking a pause for the call. There we go. I still always hesitate just because I'm not on the screen if you can actually hear me, if I'm like the voice beyond, what have you. But yeah, Alex Berto, 100%. But yes, we're in a commercial break. How are you feeling as we're around through the first hour of Friday Night SmackDown? Again, this has been, I don't know if it's just because they're back on American soil. I can actually watch this live and in full effect, live and direct. If we can be back at it like a jackrabbit with all of y'all, watching it with KJ, watching it with me, everything like that. Or if it's just everything that they've stacked on of now we're getting into the nitty gritty. We're not exactly in the penultimate, show for WrestleMania, but we're in the show before the show when it comes to that of we're now into this is where your WrestleMania build starts. I will put it that way. Heather, don't be scared of thunder. It's only noise. Larry, Christ. My thunder buddy just left, and now you're going to be out there making me do the, when you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words. Fuck you, thunder. You can suck my... I can't say that. You can't even get me because you're just God's farts. See, and that's very much me living too close to Boston. And I tried to not get us in trouble with YouTube. KJ and Anthony, I apologize if I failed. The first hour has been an A+ for me. I agree with that. I've said this to me. This is the first time I'm actually excited for SmackDown to be 3 hours. To me, it makes sense. To me, I'm okay with it. I'm tuned in. I want all 3 hours. Pause. Versus the last couple, and especially I think SmackDown on the European tour was a lot of fluff and utter, was a lot of fluff, not so much stuff, was a lot of we've got a 3-hour show to fill, but it's really an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Bow, bow, bow. Vance Panta's 40. There you go, I guess. I mean, he's got years on me. That's my fear for thunder and lightning. Well, Wrestling for Life, Thunder Buddy song. I love it. Absolutely. 100%. Trust me. I will admit now that anytime we have a court episode, I 100%, while I'm getting ready, like just farting around and everything like that before we do a stream for that or anything. I am, as we've got Snake Plissken, Drew McIntyre. Sorry, I'm a big fan of Escape from New York, Escape from LA, so I got to pay attention to fucking Snake Plissken, Drew McIntyre. As I love to see everybody run with, oh, he got glass in his eye. It's real glass, Crimey River. No, he got something in his eye. And even then, they fucking ran with it. So fucking I'll run with it. I'll sit there and, yeah, old Patchy McIntyre. But yeah, I'll sit there and make it click worthy. I'll make it interesting. I'll make them tune into it. But yeah. I love me everything with Drew McIntyre right now. He's an MVP of 2024 and MVP of 2025. Absolutely. You've been thunderstruck. Yeah, Snake. Now is he more Snake from Metal Gear Solid, or is he Snake from, again, if you're the older generation, if you know Snake Plissken and all that, which is how I got behind or learned of. Crazy now, I'm not going to remember the goddamn actor's name. He was getting Peter Quill's dad. Christ, KJ's gonna sit there and Patches McIntyre, Patches O'Houlihan. It's Drew the Pirate, Captain Drew Sparrow. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Drew needs his title soon. It's long overdue. Well, every time he gets a title, he doesn't hold it for too long. As we're getting a replay of Jacob just taking out everybody between LA and Drew, and this is though, or LA and Braun, and this is though when we get, it was last week when we got the confrontation with Tom and Solo and everything. Kurt Russell is the actor who I was thinking of. Again, thank you, Larry. See, again, I love you all. It is 100% a lazy Susan at times in the brain of we get through it. We do the best we can do. As Solo in the most velour, I didn't know they sold suits in velour. I thought they only sold robes in velour, but Solo out here with Tama getting in the face of, as LA Knight comes in to interrupt. So are we gonna end up? Please don't give me a multi-person match at WrestleMania. Well, a multi-tag person match. I feel like we're gonna clearly get a lot of multi-person matches. If you give me a multi-person match for the US title, I'll be okay with it. But I'm interested because this feels very much like they're setting up to a tag matches. Literally, bro, they literally stopped like that was supposed to be the end of the cutscene, and then they just kept rolling. Yeah, that they fucked that up a little bit because that was supposed to be the end of the cutscene when you play in 2K25. Hashtag not sponsored. Of when you got Tama and Solo confronting Braun and LA Knight backstage, as I've got LA Knight coming out right now. So yeah, so we're getting LA Knight versus Tama as the match that's supposed to be happening right now. And we didn't just instead have those two start off the segment and then say Solo and Braun get involved, what have you, or anything. No, we did that, and we fucking reverse engineered that segment awkwardly. But yes, as we've got everybody saying, yeah. Where's yeah. Yeah, so I guess let me know whether you're taking yeah or yeah. It's all going to depend on how many E's you put in your yeah, I guess. But Boston, what up? C Money. Alex, what up? MDB, Christian, Big Dog, Ronan, Paul, Kurt Russell, the Thing, Captain Ron, and Snake Plissken. Absolutely. Big fan of Kurt Russell, in part because my stepfather was a big fan of Kurt Russell. Of absolutely the Thing. Captain Ron was great, but I always remember it was the Escape from New York, Escape from LA, and then that's when I just turned into the Arnold fan of Revolution Man, all the Terminator movies. Yeah. Now we're just going down. That'll be the next, Bacon Club members only, the gang talks, 80s, 90s action movies. LA Knight, yeah. If LA Knight were to wish me a happy birthday, it would be a yeah for me. Well, there you go, Christian. I can't be LA Knight for you, but I can say, yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, John, what up? Jose, that was all. Yeah, he was a little, like I said, it's one of those, you feel like I feel like you kind of saw what happens when you click away from a cut scene and they don't, like, the characters don't move from the cut scene. They're just kind of stuck there. But Matthew's saying, no way, Tama, Larry, Nick, pre-pandemic, I was king of trivia 13 years on local trivia scene. Well, there you go. Man's out there reeling and dealing. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them when it comes to trivia with Larry. But LA Knight for the win. Just Joe. Yeah, versus yeah. Yeah, it's just, do you want the original or the remix with LA Knight for the win. That replica has a damn good strap. I mean, to buy it, that looks to be as floppy as real leather. Boston. I guess I'll give you a hashtag, plug there, my guy. The resident connoisseur when it comes to belts, paraphernalia, and everything like that. The man's got his own YouTube to where he's out there re-leathering, making his own belts and everything. Trust me. I almost feel like at this point it'd almost be an insult if we sat there and if we got tag stream title belts and everything, we didn't get it from you, my guy. But we'll talk a little business, my guy. But we'll see. But shout out, my guy. I only wish Anthony could be there to show you love. But yeah, Just Joe or John shout out Just Joe Spaz with the 2-0 super chat. So out here living that velvet fog life. Absolutely, he's out there. Samoan Hefner. Tama wins the match or it gets thrown out due to solo interference. Feels like a 4-way at Mania. But then what do we do with the last man standing with Jacob versus Braun? I think this might be slightly preceding. Now I'm less confident almost with my prediction. Because do we get like a 5-person match? Do we get Solo, Jacob, Tama, Braun, LA Knight, fatal 5-way for the US title? I don't know if I like it. Like, I feel like a little bit with that, they're convoluting too much to convolute. As, again, hashtag not sponsored, but WWE's out there shouting out Clash of Clans, or they got their whole, I guess, WWE pack out there. As I don't know why Cody's got mutton chops, but he does. As I've got Tama Tonga coming out right now with Solo Sikoa. So again, let me know, folks, who you taking for this match, whether you're taking Tama Tonga, whether you're taking LA Knight, whether you got or yeah. Wouldn't that be mix? Yeah, fair enough. Someone out there who's way more talented than me just make like a whole goddamn dubstep beat of just mixing with yeah. So out here, living the Velvet Frog live, Boston. I got you guys. Yeah. So do we get a discount? Do we get a content creator promo code? Just kidding. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if we out there got tag stream champion title belts. They might be at this point, especially me, KJ, and Anthony. They might be more valuable and more prestigious than the trios belts on AEW. Yes. Hi. Speaking of tag streams, I
was waiting for you to introduce me back. Like, speaking of...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was mid-sentence as you popped up. I'm sorry. I didn't cut off my...
You did it for Paul Heyman. You can do it for me. Come on now.
Glorious. No, I will give in, because KJ is glorious.
Well, speaking of glorious, right now we have versus yeah.
Yeah. So who you got? Yeah or yeah?
I'm gonna go LA Knight because he has to. I mean, Solo might. This might not lead to a finish. Actually,
this might be one of those where nobody wins, and because we had. I don't know if you saw it, but we had like the Street Fighter cutscene with everybody face to face, but won't do anything. But we're just they're like pumped up like that, and then still just left it. So I'm wondering if this just ties into the Strowman Jacob Fatu last man standing match.
It could. I mean, this Bloodline 2.0, we know it's been quiet since Mania, since everything kind of, solo, or not since Mania, since Crown Jewel, I suppose. But we've gone down this road with the Bloodline. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Jacob just seems like he's on another level. I don't know how you slow this man down, really.
I don't know, but MDB saying I sampled KJ telling Tony Khan to apologize. MDB, I need that in my inbox yesterday.
Yeah, we need to be able to put that on here.
You will apologize.
People got mad at me. How dare you ask for an apology? I'm like, fuck that.
How dare I ask someone to do their fucking job? Sorry.
Right.
Playing with his KJ in the box again. Pause. Oh boy.
There's a lot to unpack with that one, but yeah.
Right. But
as we're getting the as Tama eating the table, Solo watching on closely.
But so how do you feel with all of this being set up with the US title say come WrestleMania, come Tuesday instead of come Wednesday? You've got Braun and Solo staring at each other. You've got Tama and LA Knight having it out. Jacob and Braun are fighting it out later. Seems very up in the air.
Could it be yet another multi-man match? Like they throw in a bunch of people into like a match for this belt. Like the mid card is strong. I mean, there's a lot of names, a lot of moving parts that are all intriguing. Jacob, Braun, Shinsuke's in there somewhere, kind of, sort of. I mean, Solo, Tama. There's a lot going on. When does Tonga Loa come back? So yeah, I mean, life was the complete opposite, noob.
Mid-card booking has been lifeless. Well, I think it's at least been convoluted. It's been convoluted.
It's been.
I don't know the direction.
No, but I think it's good. I think it's solid. I mean, LA get the belt. LA drops to Shinsuke. Shinsuke has a little run. LA gets it back. I just think of this WrestleMania season, LA's kind of maybe feeling a little bigger. But ultimately, I just finished saying, like, I think there's a lot of moving parts in the mid-card that are solid. So I'm curious.
But now say with the women's mid-card to where allegedly it could be a tag match of Lyra and Bailey versus Roxanne and partner to be named. What happened?
I'm kind of curious if it might have just be like, I don't know how we're going to do this because Lyra is going to fight Bailey to start on Monday. So yeah, will it become a tag match? Interesting. I don't, it feels like a filler match.
But that's the thing is, to me, I need some, I don't want to say I need some filler, but I need some sustenance. I need some meat and potatoes in the middle of this WrestleMania here. We've got the bare bones. If we're going to do a 5-match WrestleMania, that's two nights. That's a lot interesting.
Yeah, but with everything that they've teased and kind of pseudo set up already, we know we're still going to get tag matches. We know we're going to get an IC title match.
Announce it, please.
Why? We got weeks. Like, did that again? That
you got 2 weeks. You got two.
That to me sounds like again us fans being a little spoiled. Of like, we want to know now.
I'm spoiled. God damn it! So what about it? I'll be Veruca Salt. I want the card. I want the whole card. Matches and stips and everything in it
already. Like, again, I think ultimately, like the cards coming out. I mean, we do have another company out there that basically just randomly on social media announces matches for pay-per-views, even though they're weekly Dynamite shows at best. But I mean, again, I think it's all building, and people want, like, if they announce a match, people go, well, what's the story? Well, they're telling some story to announce it. Like, are we going to get Drew Damien? Are we going to get Naomi Jade? Like, there's stuff brewing that we just got to put the pieces in place.
Yeah, 100%. I will play the lead, the understudy, the chorus, everything.
Right.
That might have to be like a punishment for like Wing in the Ring at some point if you have to present a one-man show.
Oh my.
I'm just asking for punishment for myself now, I guess, at this point.
As we get...
What do you mean you guys are not intrigued by the idea of Maxine and Natalia in a tag match? Oh my fuck.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's
They teased it. They teased it.
They did. No, I really don't care for that.
You can have that. I don't even want that.
Two more. Go Ovi.
Yeah. I'm really pulling for Ovi. I've been a fan. I was an Ovi guy over a Crosby guy when they both kind of came in the league together.
Right. As Tama all over LA Knight right now. Do you think Stone Cold gets involved in the road scene? I think I would love it. I would absolutely love if The Rock came out. If that glass shatters, people are going to shit their pants exactly where they're sitting. It's going to be a messy situation. But yeah, I mean, it's close to home.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I think if Dwayne was a little bit more confirmed with this, and that's why we haven't had so much reference to Dwayne and why we kind of are where we are, because we knew he wasn't going to be there. It'd be amazing if Stone Cold struts out there and hits a stunner one more time on him. I still say they should have gone with Broken Skull instead of goddamn Real American beer, but that's a personal point. But yeah, it'd be interesting as shit. I see elbow dropping nobody home, but I see Cena winning, so I don't want to have a stunner for no reason.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, sell everyone on the hope. Oh my God, he's going to do it.
But I think that's what they're doing right now. Is you sell them on the hopium, you sell it on. We're not going to give it to asshole John. But when they do, oh God, now he's gonna. It's the Thanos snap. He said, "I'm going to ruin wrestling." Oh. So if he pulls it off, it's goddamn Thanos of you should have aimed for the head.
Right. Oh, big neck breaker.
Right.
51% going for LA Knight on this one, but power slam.
You haven't addressed Solo's velveteen,
He looks like the inside of my dad. He looks like the inside of my dad's old conversion van. The shaggin' wagon.
Don't come a rocking if the van's a knocking. What is with the like kamate of like setting up the blunt force trauma here with the hands? Oh, shoves off the BFT.
Back elbow. Solo up.
Oh, dodges the spike. Small package. 1, 2, dos, amigos. Dos.
I think it's been a fun match.
BFT.
And it's over.
I really like the BFT because it's like the adverse of every time you expect a big, like out of nowhere move, it's a cutter. And it's like, or like switching to a DDT is if you just melded those two together.
I think I've grown to like how LA does it. I think it's just an awkward thing. I think it's even with like the rosebud or the rose petal or whatever Bailey calls it. It's just such an awkward moment to dip your head like that. So at first it looks a little funky, but I like the way he hits it like rapid fire. So as Byron in the back with Paul.
Yeah, the Penguin. I mean, Paul Heyman.
The rose plant.
Why am I telling this to you? I should be telling you. I love this, though. He's sitting there and he's grabbing the camera. Why am I telling this to you? He's talking directly to you and I right now.
I'm saying this for the record. Oh, the car's pulling up behind him, guys.
Yeah. Yes.
No matter what the favor is on the record, the answer is yes.
Yes.
No matter
mark it, jot it, note it. It has been decreed. Any favor you want, I've got you. Oh my God. And now this is going to be where Roman Reigns,
proud.
Seth. Oh, this leads heavy into what you said.
And the crowd starts booing a little. There's boos in there, Nick, but they got super loud.
Yeah, because you thought it was going to go here and you went there.
Paul Heyman just shit a cat. Meow. Oh, my Lord.
Fucking.
Wow.
Seth Rollins looking like he's in the cast of Dune or something.
Why is he wearing his motorcycle jacket to sit backseat in a Cadillac?
He looks like he's wearing a fucking couch pattern. Like, I feel like a lazy boy died for Seth Rollins' jacket.
Hashtag Rosebud, let's go.
But no, that's so good.
No matter what the favor is, Nick, it's yes. So if Punk walks out there tonight and says some outlandish bullshit, he's on record of it is a yes. So the fans already know whatever Punk says later is a done deal.
And I feel like we have set it up to the point now that we get the answer of what it is, and we get a week or two to deal with the repercussions, to deal with the fucking aftershock.
Mm-hmm. I like it, and I said it earlier, and I'm kind of getting behind it. And I know coming up we have our WrestleMania preview show, but you were what is holy stuff? Charlotte Flair,
handcuffs, smack a little Charlotte with my belt, scream help. I don't know if that's a neck brace or a collar, but I mean, you do you, boo boo. You're free. You can do that now. Hey, and by the way, though, she really actually was really good in her interview of talking about the divorce and everything. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Again, I mean, the lady is a star. She will go down as one of the GOATs. I know she's polarizing. Fresh off of someone licking her boot heel, apparently, though. Holy hell. Does Natty know you borrowed her gear?
She might be part of this menage a trois, what have you.
Right.
What you were talking about with the Rollins.
Yeah, I like the idea of supposed to be here with Roman, had to show up with Punk, and I'm leaving with Seth.
God damn, how much do you get? You got more turns than a doorknob. Been on more laps than a napkin, my guy.
Right? More ass than a toilet seat.
Yeah, literally. I could say a lot worse things, but I'm going to go take a walkabout and say them out loud to nobody, but I'll be back soon.
As ladies and gentlemen, we got Charlotte Flair coming out to the ring. We are going to a commercial break. We got lots more coming your way. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we can double up this number in the live chat tonight as we continue to cook. We continue to kill it. And last time I checked, we are at 191 likes on the stream. Let's see if you're watching right now. I need 9 likes to get over 200. So be a friend, tell a friend. And we got more coming your way. Lots to figure out. Charlotte obviously going to talk about her match coming up. And again, Seth kind of surprised us. Looked like Duncan, Idaho. Okay. Starting that way. Seth's jacket looks like a nice patio. A nice patio set almost, MDB. Waterproof. He's waterproof. Charlotte, a.k.a. time to change the channel. You got to give Charlotte some love. Charlotte, yuck. Wow, never mind. All hail the queen there. Ronan's got some love for the queen. As we are about 2 minutes from returning, I will take a second to remind everybody out there, we are back at it for Dynasty on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. Going to be a crazy stream, a crazy show. And again, we have another match added. Another Owen Hart tournament match has been added to the card for Dynasty, as I believe Fletcher and Mark Briscoe are going to go one-on-one now on Dynasty as well. So I believe the card is up to 10, if not 11. But the matches are growing by the second here, folks. But we're looking forward to it. Again, with AEW, we know when the show starts. We don't know when it's going to finish. So be here for all of that fun on Sunday. And, of course, Monday, don't forget that. I did an interview with Geekbox. If you get a chance, go check that out. Give it a bunch of love. My first time doing an interview, and I did have a lot of fun with our buddy, British Nick. But as it stands right now, we got more coming your way tonight. Ovi scored. He's so close. Mark, he's right there, buddy. Right there. He's going to get it. For the next, every time, they're just going to feed the puck to Ovi. He's going to stay on the ice for everything. Mob wife Charlotte. I love Rhea Ripley. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but Tiffy Stratton, she shows not entertaining to me. She's not entertaining to me. I don't know what the hype is. She's highly talented. I would caution you, Johnny, that she's young. So we are seeing a little bit of growing pains. We're seeing some adjustment, right? Like to go into the realm of a Charlotte Flair, Now you are leveling up. And I think the mix of Charlotte Flair and Tiffy, because they're so similar, might not be translating to the most entertaining coverage. But Tiffy, especially as a heel, has a lot to offer. But her athletic ability between the bells, really strong for her. So I think it's give her time. Everybody starts somewhere. Charlotte Flair wasn't the Charlotte Flair we know today. As we're getting another teaser here, folks. What a lot of people believe is Malachi Black. We're getting coins on the eyes. We're getting fists. All right. What do you think? What do you think? We got a Roman numeral, if anybody can let me know what that is. But another teaser. Let me know your thoughts. If you see something I didn't see, I'm curious. Is TK fuming? Tom, you're going to have to be a little more specific, my friend. Is he fuming about what? Because they're saying he seems happy-go-lucky. Whatever the doctor has prescribed keeps him pretty happy from what I can tell. But here comes Tiffany Stratton. Are they in matching gear? Page number 1, Rhea number 2. Interesting. Maxine is better. Overrated. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. No. Come on, Wrestling God. Welcome back, by the way, sir. Liv Morgan has been outstanding. Liv Morgan's one of the best doing it right now. Rhea Ripley's great. I think she's tapered off as far as her fan. Like, the fans seem a little tired of Rhea right now. We'll see what happens there. And Maxine's Maxine. Let's go. Charlotte on TV. I'm going to go take the dog for a walk, LJ. We got Wade Barrett in the ring at least. And again, it looks like they went to the same designer for their outfit tonight. What's up, Kiwan? New Japan commercial here in Chicago. Wow. AB, every match feels like it doesn't know what it is. Few feuds really have a defined focus. I don't know why Seth, Roman, and Punk are facing other than they have all big egos. Well, for the ones that haven't rounded out, I will agree. We're still waiting to kind of tune some of those up. But, again, if you don't know why Seth, Roman, and Punk want to fight each other, I would argue that, and I know you've been watching, my guy, so I don't know what to tell you. If you've been watching WWE for the last 3 years, you know exactly why Seth, Roman, and Punk want to fight each other. If you've been watching for longer than that, you fully get the Roman Seth angle. Punk, Roman definitely have history going right back to War Games. Punk and Seth was pissed off, told Punk not to come back. He did it anyway. It pissed Seth off. So, yeah, I don't get where the struggle is. This is beyond the egos. This is, again, it's personal. It's a grudge. It's professional competitiveness. I think you have to understand that. I don't see where the disconnect is. Tiffy comes off as fake and overly scripted. I don't care about in ring. Her, I think that's her. And it took me a minute to kind of get supportive of Tiffany because I, like you, felt that a lot. But I think that's her. She talks like that, whether she's here, whether she's on Busted Open, doesn't matter where she goes. That's her. But this, like we talked about, certain matches and certain builds and chemistry. This, to me, might lack a little chemistry. Tanahashi versus Takeshita should be a banger. Yeah, right? They're already hard enough to tell apart. What's up? Let's go. Ophelia, welcome. I haven't been invested in Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair. I think a lot of people have felt that way. We had the little scuffle. I think it was in Brussels or one of the places. But nonetheless, they had that one scuffle. They had a pretty meh exchange. Now we're trying to build it up a little bit here. Crowd's making noise. Charlotte has a long face. Tiffany has a wide face, right? That's how you tell them apart. Crowd's booing. Oh, Tiffany trying to get them cheering. They're booing Charlotte again. Why do you keep cosplay? Yeah, I don't know if that's part of the whole gimmick of like really pushing home like the clone, the next one in line, like the queen versus the princess. So if they look alike, you buy more into that vibe. Tiffany is. I would agree with that. Tiffany's being a smart ass, playing to the crowd. Charlotte's getting a lot of the boos. Again, the delivery on the promos kind of, but Tiffany's standing up. Charlotte actually looks a little like, oh, I didn't expect this. Yeah, maybe not. I think the match is going to deliver. And look at Tiffy right now. I give the girl marks. You got to give her credit, folks. She's smart enough just to stop and pander the crowd. Get the crowd behind her, and here come the boos. So, again, this is working. Cat got your tongue? Look, I think Charlotte got thrown off here. Look, what would you like me to say? Hey, folks, I always say you have to go with the fans. The crowd in the building that paid money to watch this show are losing it. So I know people might jump online. This ain't it, da-da-da-da-da. But the crowd is with this right now. Might not be your favorite, but the crowd is with it. And I think Anthony was the one that said it. Like, she's really working this. Okay, a little bass in the voice. I don't know. It's growing on me tonight. KJ, there more matches been added for this Sunday. What else? William. KJ, how would you book the men's IC title match? We'll come back around to that. It's Tiffy time. Yeah. Charlotte is lost right now. I would agree with that, my guy. Charlotte calling her squeaky. The crowd just booing her. This works. European crowds are so much better. Chicago's good, though, bro. Let's go. Or is that your joke here? Another goal. Let's go. So 1 to pass him. Is he officially tied with Gretzky right now, Eric? Most definitely you think Jose. Let's go. They're treating her like she's dirty doll. Yeah, they don't like her, and they're letting her know. And Tiffy looked good. Give her some love. Charlotte's still cooking Stratton. Tiffy too scripted. Whoa, she wooed and rolled out. That was clunky, but it felt real. This match is going to be good. The match is going to cook. Sports fans, Alex Ovechkin has scored his second goal tonight in the third period, tying Wayne Gretzky for all time. Insane. The man's going to put up 900. I agree with you, MDB. Charlotte, why the long face? Feeling a little hoarse? Yeah, once a week, Charlotte phones Audrey, and they have a long conversation.
They both say nay to each other. But absolutely. Oh, we want some. Aldous? I know. I'm trying to hear Aldous. I hear you coughing, but yes. Women's Tag Team Championship at
WrestleMania. Wait,
what did he announce? I just heard women's tag titles at WrestleMania.
I was choking to death.
Yeah, but we want some Tiffy. Oh, she owned that segment. She sat there, and I thought for the longest time, like you mentioned it during court, it's called a promo, big dog. If you want to be it's called a promo. If you want to be the big dog, you're gonna have to learn how to cut one. Right. That's what it felt like with Charlotte and Tiffany, and this feels like the tables have turned.
Right? No, Tiffy came out swinging, and I thought she did a good job. And Charlotte physically looked thrown off. Like she was eating the boos and the little jabs. Like I almost pictured Charlotte going to the back and throwing a temper tantrum because that did not.
They're supposed to cheer for me.
Yeah, but it felt like it didn't go to plan, but it worked so much better being the way it ended up being. And all Charlotte mustered was being catty. Like, oh, you got a nasally voice. And she gave her the woo and rolled out, bye.
Roll out, roll out. But no, that's perfect. Like, I was coming back and sitting down right as you were even pointing out of, she just, woo, and then rolls out. Like, that's the perfect way to just like middle finger and then just roll out of, sorry, Charlotte, that it didn't go the way you wanted it to. But that very much, that felt like, you have marbles, you have cojones with this a bit.
Well, I think like when you're up against a John Cena, and John Cena says it's called a promo, at least you're chasing John Cena. Charlotte's not exactly the John Cena-esque with that mic. So again, there was a lot of criticism. We even talked about it. Like, the build to this match might not feel good, but I think the match is going to overachieve.
Yeah. But
you listen to the building tonight. They booed hard at Charlotte. They cheered big for Tiffy. They got this over. We can talk about it all we want about we don't love it. Doesn't matter. They got it over tonight. And Tiffy, like the little, like, Charlotte went to speak and Tiffy started doing this, and next thing the crowd is all over it. And
that they've needed this, because that's been the thing, is out of the WrestleMania matches, this has been the weakest build. This has been the most I don't give a fuck about. And that's with Charlotte and Tiffany in that. I mean, I'm king of the Tiffy times and everything, but I couldn't care less until like roundabout now, like this promo segment, this whole interaction on SmackDown. Now I'm invested. Now I feel like Tiffany got a little scuff on the chin, the fabricated, exaggerated plastic chin of Charlotte Flair, allegedly. Now this feels much more like a fight versus bullying.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like now the veteran, the queen, has been disrespected in her mind, and she is justified in what she does next. So to me, it's a step up, right? Opposed to just keep swinging down. Tiffy walked big tonight. And even to have the wherewithal to turn to the fans and get them involved. Again, I've had issues with Tiffy. At times she does sound a little scripted, a little rehearsed. Tonight she felt better and it worked.
Right. Well, Cal saying, did Tiff go after low-hanging fruit and display cowardice? What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I mean, specifically, maybe and maybe not.
Is it exactly? Is it low-hanging fruit in anything? Well, to bring up the woos or whatever, that's part of Charlotte's whole thing. But like MJF's a guy who I'm a huge fan of, but is a master of picking low-hanging fruit. Versus what's up?
That only gets you so far.
Well, absolutely, and that's why I don't think either way. I mean, if you want to go at it of its low-hanging fruit and she took the easiest outcome of it, I think this benefits Tiffany the most out of this, because she put a mark on Charlotte's chin. However you want to take it, Tiffany got the better out of this segment, and now she looks much more an equal to Charlotte, versus Charlotte was talking down to her, was much more, you're going to kiss my boot and everything. Now this feels much more tit for tat, much more on the level than anything, I would say.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Absolutely. I mean, I think that, it was a good moment for Tiff. It gave more of a vibe to this match, Nick.
Yeah, and you sounded like you were on the upside down. So I think you went upside down to remove the hoodie, I believe. I pay attention, but I've got Motor City Machine Guns about to take on DIY for the #1 contendership for the tag titles, with Street Profits at ringside, as Geekbuck saying, feels like when two people just work, it elevates the talent. People cry about Charlotte, but she brings people up.
She will. I agree. That's why I like this booking. She will
I don't know. I mentioned it a bit earlier. I don't know if you've seen the interview with Charlotte but it feels like she's much more honest with a lot of shit. And I like to actually see that because Charlotte's always kind of seemed like she's been the one that's had the blockade up of, I don't do that shit. And coming off of the divorces, the coming back off of a knee injury, reestablishing herself as she is still Charlotte Flair. That is still Charlotte Flair that carries that weight with that. So yeah.
Yeah. Charlotte actually allowed Tiffany to get her lines out and it worked the crowd. That's a vet move. And I would agree with that. I mean, it does take two to tango. It's got to be that cohesive dance. And again, I think it's interesting when they're so similar. They dress alike. They talk alike. Like for Flair to make fun of Tiffy's voice, like, have you not heard you? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, it's funny.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of this whole feud is that it's the mirror image and everything. The Charlotte Tiffany segment was so hot it gave KJ the vapors. Absolutely. This man got filibustered and had to take off the hoodie and come, start undressing.
Right? Suddenly a hoodie was not a good wardrobe choice for the season.
Suddenly it seemed so easy to me.
What up, Mikey? How you doing? Welcome back. Let's go. What did artist? He gets you invested emotionally if you can feel the heat. Yes.
Well, he's responding to Geekbox, who said,
"We're working backwards here, folks."
Right, exactly. We're reverse engineering comments here. Cheap heat is still heat. Got us through the 80s.
Facts in a lot of ways. But I mean, I thought she did well. I mean, and she used the crowd. That's the most important thing about what Tiffany did. She doesn't you don't have to over talk. Use the crowd to your advantage. And she did that tonight. Chicago gave it to Charlotte hard. Pause.
I'm really happy with this because to me. Whoa.
Everybody running everywhere, Nick. Sorry. As we got
everybody down. I got little Nick, so we've got Ciampa with Shelly in the corner. That's what I've got.
Absolutely. MCMT 60% of the vote. DIY 23% of the vote. Nobody 17% of the vote. As we are off and running here, folks.
Absolutely. But no, I at least really, really liked it. And yes, partial because I'm a Tiffy diehard here. But I got a Tiffy Stiffy. Pause. That's terrible to say. But
don't say that.
It will. Yes, I know. I said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
Get the programming.
But this is why we're there. But go ahead. But I like that because I felt like Charlotte for most of this was molly-whopping Tiffany, and it was really becoming like you had a lot of people on that segment of the face-to-face sit-down interview of was that a sink or swim? Did Charlotte kind of shoot on Tiffany? Did she, really kind of go, too far with her or whatever? Did it really was it that John Cena? It's called a promo kid. If you want to be the big dog, you're gonna have to learn how to cut one. Was it that kind of moment? And to see this come back with Tiffany getting her lick back per se, I think it works perfectly and gets me more invested and feels more even keel, more on the up and up with this match.
Absolutely. As the tag match rolls on, DIY in control of Alex Shelley in the corner as Gargano lets Street Profits know they can suck it. But yeah, we're off and running here.
Fair enough. I am in commercial, but
on commercial.
Big Dog, what up? And Geekbox saying fun side fact. Wade Barrett replied to Cena referring to the Nexus as mediocre. If I get a bull hammer at Mania, I will pop like Anthony is seeing a TNA debut.
I love it. Let's go.
Yeah. Cena's going to be out there right in front of Wade Barrett. Did they just bring Wade Barrett out there just for that moment of he's going to sit there and say, and you said it perfectly, and again, it's apropos. Go and watch our wrestling court about the trial of John Cena and go and watch that SmackDown because it's literally echoes of I didn't get, talent over. I got over mediocrity.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. It was everything I argued the night before from his standpoint. I mean, again, I didn't hold anyone back. They sucked. Not my fault.
Right.
I love it. Johnny gets to tag in.
Fly CM Now Airlines, I guess, is what I got. Hashtag not sponsored.
I got
I am deep in the throes. Charlotte versus Tiffany, legally blonde free.
Right. Big knee. Shelly taking all the beatings during this commercial break. Hello at the Geek Box. I gave your interview with KJ a shout out in here. And if you wanted to do a non-wrestling reaction, see if you can do Ovi's record 795th goal. That's awesome. But thank you for that as well, Bradley. And yeah, big shout out to Geek Box. The man is even in the chat hanging out with us, folks. Nothing but love. He's going to do great things with his podcast. He's already doing great things with his channel. So check that out. Looking forward to seeing the other episodes of this channel. As I said to Geekbox today, he popped my cherry and I liked it. But thank you so much.
Yo, this starting to sound like therapy with Dr. Box out here with this.
Gotta go. Prediction, booking Lara versus Bailey IC match. I wondered if that happens, but we are coming out of that break.
Right?
Big tag.
Yeah, tagging the Saban. Crossbody on both members of DIY. Nexus was and will always be mediocre. Hashtag Cena is right.
Facts.
We don't know because they weren't given time to grow. Your Honor.
We missed.
Listen, we can't legally argue this case outside of court because it got held in contempt. It was a split decision.
Hung jury. Oh,
you're right.
Here comes Tope. Saban. Shelly making way. Crowd gives a cheer. They've been a little quiet at parts of this.
Do you still think we're getting multi-team tag match at Mania?
What? Yes, I do.
Profits, DIY, MCMG, etc. We're getting multi-tag match Mania.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Fatal 4-way, something.
Right. You can you said it, so now you can read these next. No, I'm going to click on them. You go read them.
I'm going to click on it. Oh, no, I saw that one. I clicked on that one. That was good. I thought it was this one.
Read it.
This one's better.
So read.
KJ popped his cherry and Nick has a stiffy. Not a bad week. Yeah, no, we're feeling pretty good about life.
Don't tell our wives. Yeah.
Shout out Katy Perry. Yeah, I mean, let's go.
I did an interview and I liked it.
Right. Nexus didn't have time to throw Nick.
Those dupes weren't even born. Yeah.
They need a longer incubation period, I guess.
Exactly.
Yo, Ryback looks like he needs more incubation.
No, he had too long.
Huge backbreaker.
One count.
Crowd awfully quiet.
Well, because we're used to literally they can't get through a segment with like Cody Rhodes.
It's the Europeans, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, speaking of British Nick, my king transplant there. This is going to become, what is it? The Thing. Now a hashtag Kurt Russell movie. We're tying it all back in together.
I do like Drew trying to escape from LA, apparently. I think that's fucking excellent.
There's a Snake Plissken, my God.
The Snake vibe was the first. I was on my pause when he popped up, but I think you or somebody in the chat said Snake, and I died because it was like 100%.
Oh, well, that's
nailed.
Shout out my stepfather. That was my introduction to like action movies. I remember being on a multi-hour trip to Florida, and it was Titanic because it was 3 hours long, and then we'd watch like Predator and
drop kick to the face. Shelly going up, but Gargano's there. Shelly going down. Ooh, that was ugly.
Yeah, well, small package. 1, 2, footy on the ropes.
Oh, Little Nate got it.
You can't get it past the dirtiest ref in the game.
Right? Busted. Oh, roll up.
No small package.
Sabian.
3.
There you go.
The most devastating move in pro wrestling, a small package, a roll up.
Facts. Multi-match mania. Listen, I will say this. Too many multi-people match to me, it doesn't show the strongest booking, in my opinion, because you weren't able to kind of whittle it down and make a decision. So if every match is a multi-person match, you're just shoving people in. I don't love it, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. I mean, is it going to be DIY or MCMG Street Profits one up, or are we going to get multiple? How many triple threats are we going to get? We'll find out.
I think you have your flagpole matches, and I think you have your reset matches. Okay. Your multi-person matches feel much more resets. As I wish I could hit the reset button on Carmelo and The Miz together. What in the smoldering heat instead of Harlem heat is getting pretty deadly with these jackets.
Wow.
Are you guys a tag team or the Chicago Bears?
I don't get it.
Don't worry. I delivered that line as awkward as Carmelo did because it was just terrible.
Why would they be the Chicago Bears, though? Because they suck?
You've watched SpongeBob a bit and everything, right? You remember when he goes into the lair of the villains and everything, and you flick that switch, and it's the orb of, like, dumb. And okay. I was just like, I feel like that's what being around The Miz might do to you. Because what the fuck was that line?
Right.
And now, how do you feel Javon Evans saying Trick Williams is now Carmelo Hayes?
I like it. I mean, to me, it's a soft button issue. It's an easy nerve to kind of step on. So I got no issue with him pulling it out. And again, I mean, it might not even be that true, but it works coming out of Javon's mouth.
Is NXT doing better with the ghost of Carmelo Hayes than WWE main roster is doing with Carmelo Hayes?
I don't think so. I think Carmelo, again, is a guy. I think people forget, like, there's a hierarchy to this. Carmelo is a rookie, and he's come in. He had good matches. He's made a good impression. Now doing this Eminem thing with The Miz, I think it's okay. But he's young. It's early. Like, they got to be we need lower card talent. Not everybody can be in the upper card.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be with The Miz and everything.
He's got something to do. And again, if you want a guy to get heat, put him with The Miz.
You didn't actually have a good best of 7 match with Andrade and everything like that, and then they both just kind of got dropped like a bad habit?
I don't think so. But again, where did
you didn't like the series, or you don't think they got dropped? Which one?
I don't think they got dropped at all, and I don't think Carmelo's been dropped. Carmelo's been a consistent presence. But I again remind, like, if you have a team and you bring in a rookie or a couple of your draft picks are ready to play, you can't just put them on the first line always. Not everybody's a McDavid. You got to have some guys that, like, again, we forget that you need a lower mid card for a while. Carmelo, who's Carmelo going to supplant in the upper part of this card? Nobody right now.
Multi-person U.S. title match.
Again, it's just a face to be a face. He's not going to win it. He's outnumbered by.
You don't know.
What?
You don't know.
Yeah, but there's so much. I mean, again, you got LA Knight, you got Jacob, you got so many other people in that orbit right now that Carmelo's not there yet. And Carmelo is comfortable just getting his reps in, getting his time in. Again, not everybody can be all the way at the top, but yeah, bring back Mizdow.
Yeah, in honor of my case and everything, where I should have won, as we're hyping up McAfee.
Or Mizdow, get out of here. Damien Sandow, he could have been a champion.
I mentioned Rusev in my case, and you're mentioning this man show up at WrestleMania, so I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Rusev should kick John Cena in the chest. But
run over him with a tank.
If it wasn't for John Cena, we would have had 16-time Sandow. Yeah, no.
Well, no, we would have only just had 8-time John Cena.
right? Maybe 8-time John Cena. Again, I mean, there you go. Ovechkin's on the ITV looking for that empty net. They're up by 1, so let's see if he gets it, folks. I almost want to click the channel.
Oh, we want some Ovi. Oh, we want that Ovi. I've always been an Ovechkin fan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, this is historic. Some of those Gretzky records were thought to be untouchable. This is epic because now this Ovechkin record seems like it may be never touched. Like, will anybody ever have this type of career again and put up almost 900 goals? I don't know, man.
Well, we kind of saw that. I know we did the fantasy football and everything. Obviously, we did the Super Bowl stream, but like with Saquon with the rushing record of one of those, it's so crazy that you're even close to it that now I just want you to break it because the fact that you even got here is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all.
But how do you feel about the pairing of BFAB and Mission as I'm in commercial break? I don't know about you.
Not bad. I mean, there's 2 women that's kind of, again, like you have to find something for your lower middle card to do. You can't take the belt off Chelsea Green right now, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, I mean, you put them in a tag team. If they work well together, somebody to challenge the champs. The champs need challengers. I'm okay with it.
Fair enough. I mean, as long as I don't ever need to see a Mission throwing it back like that, because, I mean, Keith Lee, you do with that what you do, boo-boo, but that thing ain't thangin'. But
right.
Caps just went up. James and Keith, shout out, by the way. Caps just went up 5-3 on an empty netter.
Oh, he didn't get it. I'm shocked.
We might have to just cut away because we pull in the highlight of the record-breaking goal here.
Yeah.
Leonard number 9 scores for Washington, not Ovechkin.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna get beat up in the dressing room after. Give the puck to Ovi.
Exactly. At this point, just you don't fight.
Right.
Heather saying she is the break, but she'll be back.
There you go, Heather. We will see you upon your return.
Big Dog's gonna sign into his other account. Miriam is staying in that frontal region. Oh, you can have that. Keith Lee might want to fight you about that. Dude, do we ever get Keith Lee again?
I don't know.
Is he just a star that has passed us by?
He might be. I mean, again, not the youngest of gentlemen, bigger fella.
We wouldn't call you a gentleman too, so I respect that.
Absolutely. Again, I mean, I like Keith Lee a lot. I mean, Keith Lee, I think if the world had gone a different way at the time that he was hot, he had a real opportunity to do a lot of big things. Of course, we know what Vince and Bruce did with him, the whole Bearcat bullshit. But more than anything else, I just hope he's healthy. I hope he's doing well. I hope that part of his life is more important than whether or not he can wrestle. But I really don't know, man. It's been like this very quiet mystery.
Yeah, and I mean, I think more than anything, I love the fact that he's at least if he's got a good quality of life and everything.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, don't do that. Don't give me hope. Like, if I got to go back and just watch PWG matches and everything like that with Keith Lee, I'll love it and I'll appreciate every second of it. But I just want to know, like, because I would love to see this man just pop up. Naomi.
So she's still glowing. Oh, wait a minute.
No. By Jade.
Putting out the glow tonight.
With that fucking spy gear. I'm just wearing all black attire.
Like impossible. Look,
Jade, beat me if you want to beat me. Kim Possible. Jade Possible. I love though Naomi with the caution gear.
Yeah,
and that's now her like theme.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when Owen was doing that?
You and all you can nuggets.
I'm not a nugget.
I'm not a nugget. And then DX even sat there and did the fake Owen.
Right. Well, we are off and running, folks. I will put a poll up as I wasn't sure if this match was actually going to transpire. But we get Naomi taking on BFAB. Jade already jumped Naomi, so BFAB off and running right now.
Yeah, why'd she just stop beating her, though? Like,
security.
If you whooping somebody's ass, why'd you just all of a sudden stop whooping somebody's ass?
I think the 8 grown men that got in the way more than her choosing to stop.
Oh, fair enough. But
now,
on a side note, is it funny that the same people that cheer the Owen hate Bret Hart because of what he said?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's interesting, but like Bret's a turncoat because he sided with the company that did.
It's amazing how all you have to do is say something against a certain other company, and all of a sudden you're the enemy and you're on a Legends contract, and all of a sudden you're lumped in with everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I said it earlier this week, Nick, of like, you don't even have to insult the company. You literally have to offer an insight to the company. Like, he didn't say, like, and I said this on Wednesday when I went on a bit of a tirade. Like, he literally said nothing insulting. Nothing. I know some people might get offended by the idea of like, they have some more people that feel like they're pretending. But he didn't say they suck, they should fold, they're terrible. Just maybe get to some more real work. How dare you tell us to put on the real work? Like, it is such a weird way to be of like, your elder, somebody with experience gives you a little tip and you're like, shut up, old man. It's fucked.
It's been documented at multiple times of shut up, old man is kind of the theme there, as Naomi with the kind of code breaker there.
Oh!
It's 3 and just we're over and out here.
Naomi making short work of BFAB. Based on the crowd, I think, thought we were getting more Jade there for a second.
Well, I think we need a Jade versus Naomi match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with that. I think it's big enough, and that's where Bianca turns on Jade.
Well, and she's already on the card. You can tie it into all of that, and it's one of your biggest storylines going as Naomi's got a microphone. Oh, Jade! Okay.
Okay.
Sexy ass.
Going for Jaded. And security
now
back.
She just 1 little, 2 little, 3 little security guard, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little security guard.
Jade is mashing up every single man in her way.
I offered to be a man mashed up.
She's not a nugget. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the official?
We need it. There's only one solution.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Jade.
I'm going one-on-one with Jade Cargill.
WrestleMania,
let's go.
But this is going to be a big show up and show out match for Jade. Sorry, this is a big show up and show out match for Jade. 100%. These two women, I think, are going to give us a great match.
Oh, 100%. I wasn't sure whether you go with Naomi, where you were trying to pull back in Bianca to this, what have you with that. I was going with you, but I'm curious now to even think who wins that match, whether it is a Naomi and she continues with the heel persona and we go down that rabbit hole, or Jade gets the win and now we continue on where she was going.
I honestly, right now, as I sit here, I think that Naomi has to win this.
Mm-hmm.
I think to continue what Naomi's doing, you can keep it going a lot smoother if she gets the win. And then Jade can keep chasing her, because why not? But Naomi right now is like, I like this Naomi, dude.
Absolutely. It's I led you to the water. Now you may drink. And I like Anthony here of Naomi gets her first singles match. I mean, he's already calling the winner and everything. I'm not okay. He's celebrating like the match has already happened.
Mm-hmm. Nick's a simp for Jade.
Absolutely. Death by Snoosu. 100%, my guy.
Right. By the way, Damian Priest still running a vignette on the back here. But I think this is he's challenging Captain Drew.
Yeah, but this looks Damien with this looks like a cut scene in 2K25. It's
Kinda.
too polished. It's too clean. It is
Right.
too laissez-faire. It is too with it.
Right.
I offer myself as tribute to Jade. Absolutely. 100%. We're fighting in line here now.
Said before, and I'll say it again, Jade Cargill is living La Vida Loca. Christian, she definitely feeling it tonight. Women's title match on one night, Jade Naomi on the other night. Bianca wins the title and turns on Jade to how I'm with you, big dog. I like it. But Io wins at Mania. Oh, look at that.
Kevin Owens.
Just for the jacket. Just for the jacket, bro.
Well, this man's been rocking all the Hitman attire and everything. Trust me.
It.
He's Captain fucking Canada if there was a Captain Canada.
I'm digging it. But we go back to commercial break. Kevin Owens moseying along in the back. B-Fab gets beat up by Naomi. Naomi gets beat up by Jade, but gets away thanks to security. This last man standing match might be coming sooner than later, but we're still
runs an hour.
Right, Nick, we do have Dynasty on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be a fun one, folks. We're looking forward to it. Stack night. You know what's on the card. Matches just popping up like whack-a-mole. So by the time we get to Sunday, there's going to be 14, 15 matches, which strap in, strap on. We're going to be here for all of it.
Well, absolutely 100%, especially setting up. This is, again, we've talked about it. This is the gateway of into kind of WrestleMania season, everything with Dynasty and matches that are absolutely going to bang. Of the triple threat with Omega, Ricochet, Speedball, fantastic match. Kevin Knight versus Will Ospreay. I even think Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland will be something to write home about. Now, it might be an angry letter, but it will be something to write home about.
Yeah, I'm not with you on that. I'm nervous that it's going to be meh. I think we said this in the preview show, Nick. If this match between Swerve and Mox is lacking, nobody's going to blame Swerve.
No, and I think at this point he's the chosen one with this. Of like, you now at this point, I think the really biggest check mark was the Hangman moment with him. Oh, you get what you deserve. I know. That was you kind of, all right, now you have established you're like the guy.
Yeah, I hope so. Now, I mean, again, the question becomes, what if Moxley wins? What if Tony Khan stays true to what he's booked or true to this plan? He's not willing at this time to change his direction. I don't know, something to figure out, but I will be right back in 2 seconds, sir.
Fair enough. You're good, my guy. But yes, if you can hear my voice, there we go. Yeah. Again, I'm sure you can hear me, but I still just, if I can't see me, you can't hear me. I'm weird. But I think if you set it up to where we're going to get Ospreay versus Moxley all in, that's going to have to at some point follow Omega, Okada, title for title, and everything else. I would rather honestly see Ospreay versus Swerve at All In than I would see Moxley versus Ospreay, because I feel like that will just be That will just be placating in the high spots. That'll be more of a performance than a match. Like, I would really love to see Swerve versus Ospreay, because that, to me, I could believe either one could win it. If I see Moxley versus Ospreay, Ospreay should win it. And if anything, I'm going to just be really disappointed and really mad if they don't win it, as I'm getting a highlight video package for Evolution is a Mystery. So we're still just bigging up Triple H going into the Hall of Fame, which hashtag 3-time Hall of Famer Bret Hart going in for the Hart Foundation himself and going in as a match, which I don't know if I like matches going into the Hall of Fame, but I digress. But yeah, I think you got enough superstars, especially bringing in Coco Beware and all that, and Stacy Keibler, that you can induct some other superstars in the Hall of Fame. But anyways, So we get a Triple O match on AEW. Who's what now? Straight Edge Mike. Yeah, I would not mind to see Omega versus Mox again. Cool, but you're far off from that. At this point, the way that they've lined it up is they've teased it, and the writing's been all up on the wall of Omega versus Okada, part 72 for both the international and the continental title. But I'm happy to see Swerve win, but we need a heel to face Swerve. And only one I can think is MGF. That's interesting to bring MGF with this because right now he's tied in everything with the Hurt Business, which I actually don't mind. I think it's really interesting. I think we're setting up MVP might be with MGF more in the long game, and you break away Bobby and Shelton from that. It could be really interesting. I wouldn't mind just a straight up Swerve versus Ospreay match because they almost feel like they can run the indifferent angle. A Moxley versus Ospreay for the title. At this point, I just want it to fucking end. Is that where we are with this point? And I can't do the poll, but you can let me know in the chat if that's where we're at with 100 some odd people watching. We're just over the Death Riders. I don't care who you lose it to, just lose the title. As I've got. So all this is out here bringing Kevin Owens. This is why KJ had to take a pause. He had to go and collect himself, the announcement and everything. So KJ Owens coming out here. So from all intents and purposes, from what it seems from all this, is that he's addressing an injury, what have you. He can't compete, what have you. Now, granted, he's got the Bret Hart, he's got the pink salmon, he's got a sweater instead of a suit. But does he Mark Henry and I ain't going nowhere, bitch, and just proceeds to smash this out of somebody? Does he stunner Aldis with this? But this is going to be really interesting, and I wonder. I can't think of a great substitute for Randy versus KO that doesn't involve KO. Like if it's not Randy for like a world title or anything. So I almost wonder, does it pull both of them off the card? Like, does Randy get thrown into a thing? So KO saying, "These 25 years, I gave everything." Rumor is KO was injured. His match was set. Yeah, that's Cal. That's 4-4. That's what we're kind of, I guess, addressing right now of whether KO is actually injured or if this is this story. Where are we going with this? Because this sucks. If this is legit, this sucks. Keep it a buck. It sucks. KO's been on some of the best in his career when it comes to WWE. And KO Mania again, getting cut down here. But put Randy in with Seth Roman and Punk, Fatal 4-Way. Yeah. Here it is pride. KO injured, allegedly. John. Wait, what is someone return here and attack KO, Nick? Who? KO is faking because he doesn't want to get Punk kick in the head. If that's a thing, that'd be fantastic. If this is all a fake out, it'd be amazing. Not being able to be in the ring with Randy Orton at WrestleMania really sucks. I'm really thankful for WWE for allowing me to come out here. Like, I don't know when I'll have the privilege to be in front of you guys again. Like, I really don't. Is he Mark Henry in us with this? Because I'm like, I don't know. Don't take anything for granted. I don't know if this is genuine. Like, I don't want to poo-poo if it's genuine, but I also try not to get hooked, line, and sinkered with this. Everybody chanting, crying, and clapping. If it is legit, Kevin Owens is a GOAT. Is a GOAT. As he shakes Aldis's hand and hugs him, tosses him like and is just walking off. Voices in my Randy comes out, so little down now. Action Jackson, what up? Swerve, absolutely with this. Heard you loud and clear, KJ. No way, that's real. We don't know. Who's cutting onions? I don't know, but can I get him on my Baconator? What? Yeah, they're out there just fawning over the big dog. And not Roman Reigns. Randy Orton coming out here. So again, if we're gonna get a moment, we're gonna get an interaction, what have you, as again, Randy out here looking like he's straight off of just burning down the Wyatt compound with this attire. But this is interesting of, is this the bait and switch? Is this the let down the guard so you slide in and I get at you? The crowd's singing right along with Randy's theme. But so, again, I can't do a poll, so I guess yes, no. Out of 10, how you feeling? Do you buy that KO's actually out, or is this a bait and switch? Oh, it's KO's walking away as Randy slides in the ring. Oh, instantly going back at the fans. Now, again, is this a reason of, well, they said my name, so I got to start walking back, right? Well, they said this and that. I got to go back, right? Right. For real, how much kayfabe is kayfabe right now? KO contract doesn't expire this year, I think. No, well, trust me, I've already seen everybody just in fantasy booking everything with AJ Styles and all that. But yeah, this is interessante, as I guess we see how fitting Kevin Owens is out of our sight, and all of a sudden KJ White pops back into our sights. It's almost like, a magician never lets you know his secrets.
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment, folks. Big things happening. My heart hurts a little bit, but Randy Orton is out of a match. He's going to RKO Aldis just out of anger. But wait a minute. I predicted some music here.
He RKO's
Aldis! I was joking.
I can do it. He's cleared. Do it. Give me that match. We're getting Jonathan Gresham versus fucking Zack Sabre Jr. at Bloodsport X number 7Y2, whatever the fuck at this point. But yes, give me that match. Give me Aldis versus Randy Orton. I tied it in. I don't
know. Yeah, okay.
Shut up.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're one of the voices. You laughed and he came unglued with that shit.
I RKO to Nick. Yeah,
do it.
Now, did he prepay for that one? Is that the prepaid one?
Is he sponsored by Mint Mobile? He's got a preplay plan on this. Preplay. Right. That's too many P's to say. Fuck off. But yeah. Prepay plan.
Fuck. Oh, that's funny. Mikey calling me out. I was a little choked, folks. I couldn't be live for that moment.
A little bit clamped down there. But yeah, so as we go to commercials, so I guess it's official like a referee whistle. I thought KO might have been fibbing, might have been faking, might have been deep sea faking this of I'm gonna get you, you're gonna come out here and I'm gonna fucking turn around and attack you. Yeah, KO out. Randy without an opponent, but RKO is Nick Aldis.
Yeah, I mean, again, does that coax Nick Aldis into a match? Like, that is interesting. Or does Nick Aldis find somebody because he's mad at Randy? And is it Rusev?
No, it's not Rusev. It's not Rusev. It's not Miro.
Won't be Miro.
No. Well, actually, do you bring him back as Miro?
Yeah.
No Rusev? Or do you just call him Rusev with Miro's gimmick?
I'll bring him back as Rusev. My bad.
Fair enough. Well, that's how they know him. But Big Dog saying, funny how KJ was thinking RKO Nick. And Aldis gets it instead of another Nick in this picture.
Too funny, but we are on a commercial break, folks. The show rolls on. Lots happening here on SmackDown tonight as we are in the final hour already. I would argue that this 3 hours has moved at a really good pace. Not feeling overly beat down by the length of this show tonight. So for my money, we're all in, and this has been fun. Lots of things about Mania starting to round out. More matches being announced, more questions, to be honest. We still have Roman Reigns to show up and find out what this favor is. We ain't done yet. We ain't going nowheres, folks.
Yeah, we still got a last man standing match and everything. I was about to say, this is the most SmackDown's felt in a while. Like, I've kind of soured on the brand a bit. It's been a bit more what happens on Raw matters more. This, that, and the third. SmackDown's been the after show, the afterthought. I'm all the way entertained through every second we've had so far of SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't disagree with that. I think that it's done a very good job. Again, I think the pacing's been good. I haven't felt like, wow, this night's not over yet at the top of the second hour or the top of the third hour. So, again, I think good points for SmackDown tonight, kind of coming in here and delivering strong.
Yeah, well, it's the first SmackDown in a while I've actually felt like I cared about it being SmackDown. Now, granted, it's been in the afternoons. It's been on Fridays at like 3:00 and everything out of the blue. So I'm watching on a replay. But this being live in the US, this being Chicago, this having all the layers that we've already seen with what's the favor, what's this, what's that, the Heyman, the Punk segments, everything. We've still got a last man standing match. We've still got this and that and the third to come through here. We just had Randy Orton RKO Nick Aldis.
Yeah, we don't even know
this
really why.
Sorry, go ahead.
We don't even really know why on that one.
Oh, absolutely. And well, that's what I'm saying. Of every bit of this, I'm excited all the way through it. Like, I haven't had a moment to where there's been a lull, I'll say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that in a lot of ways. But right now we are getting a Snickers WrestleMania 1985 replay.
I saw a meme, and I should probably share in the Discord. It was Gunther when he's locked up Jimmy Uso of not going anywhere. Have yourself a Snickers, and it points to the fucking Snickers graphic that's right in the corner of Jimmy getting choked out.
Oh, nice.
Anthony Thompson saying the favor may be Heyman leaving Reigns.
I think I don't think Paul's asking forever. I think Paul's asking I think Punk is asking for one night.
Right.
Oh, the main event?
We'll earn a United States title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for the U.S. title.
I asked this in the private chat. I'm going to do this publicly now. If I'm going to pause so I can hopefully not miss too much of this, but I will be back, sir.
All right, Nick, going to take a pause for the cause, folks. We are setting up the main event. Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu, last man standing. I will put it in the chat as I forgot to take down the old one, but we will put a poll up. How do you feel about this? Who wins? Who goes on to take on LA Knight? We will find out very soon, but this is for the number one contender, and another match will be locked in for WrestleMania. And as I kind of cautioned a lot of the fans over the last little bit here, that I felt like when they got back to the States, they were going to really turn it up. And I feel like Monday and tonight have been a perfect example of the intensity increasing with the WrestleMania build. I give them full marks. I'm excited. I mean, adding in things tonight only helps strengthen that. But let me know, folks, who you taking? Jacob Fatu. How will this play out? And again, we still have Punk and Roman supposed to be having a chit chat at the end of this show, so we will find out what that looks like. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got, folks? Got Jacob. Sabu in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Sabu's been a little controversial, Matty. I love Sabu, but he may have rubbed too many people the wrong way. But we'll see. Fatu for the win. The Werewolf for the win. The Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu wins. Better reinforce the ring. This is going to be insane, folks. Is Bronson still on SmackDown? I think the last time I saw Bronson, was he not on Raw? I feel like he was on Raw before his injury, but I could be wrong. Got Jacob. Makes sense. I made the booking prediction, Jacob versus LA. I think so. I mean, if it turns out to be Jacob LA and then Jacob steamrolls LA and Jacob's your U.S. champion, there's nothing wrong with that. It works really well. Jacob is a force to be reckoned with, guys, and they are booking him as such. WMB mid. Just hope Cena gets a 17th title. Oh, no, I don't know, Mikey. I know some people feel that way, but I mean, at the top of this card, we're getting some dream booking. So, I don't know. Are we just demanding too much as fans? Jacob, so the story for him can Solo continue? That's also a possibility. I mean, if Jacob becomes U.S. champion, Solo's jealousy and Solo's desire to get that belt, they might set up Jacob Solo post-Mania opposed to at Mania. Strowman, Braun, my personal pick, but Fatu, my reality pick. Could you about this idea, Randy Orton versus the returning Rusev? I mean, again, I still think that might be the plan here, Damian. He hits Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis come out of retirement, pseudo-retirement, to have a match? Maybe. Or the other option is Nick Aldis says, I'm pissed off, and I have somebody that's going to get my revenge for me. That's how you tie that one in. One big slob. This match looks familiar too. Well, it should. It should. Bring back our big Aussie Bronson. Coming soon. Wow, the moonsault. The jump up moonsault. And another. Two moonsaults, folks. Braun is down. Referee counting. The Nature Boy screw Cena would be hilarious. I don't see it, but it would be hilarious. Malachi Black would be a good shout, Bruiser. That's a possibility. I know my head went to Miro because part of me thought, I mean, if Malachi comes in, do you kind of want Malachi to get that W? And again, thoughts and prayers to Kevin Owens. I know I was on my break when he came out, but ultimately, again, apparently a severe neck injury. He doesn't know when he's going to be back. So we got nothing but love for KO. Hope he gets better. It's an unfortunate time to get injured, and my heart goes out to him. As Braun throwing Jacob off the stairs on the outside. Now Braun's got the stairs. Aleister Black, maybe. It's a possibility. Yeah. I don't know if that's the best for Aleister coming back, though. I mean, it pole vaults him. I'd be very curious the match they pull off. If Seth's going to cut a promo saying, I should be the face of WrestleMania, not CM Punk. He's a cancer, and I have no respect. There you go. All right. Braun coming off the stairs. Double axe handle to the back. Both men to the outside. What if Austin comes out and stuns Cody? Unlikely. What if? The place would go insane, but very unlikely. Jeff Cobb, I mean, again, a guy that we've talked a lot about. Get well soon, OC. He tore his pec. He'll be out 6 to 9 months. Oh, wow. The time off. If he could have taken the time off without the injury, the time off might be good for Orange Cassidy. But ultimately, you don't want to see anybody hurt, right? Could it still be a swerve? It could. Matty, with KO, I never trust it. But the fact that Randy hit Aldis with the RKO makes me believe that, yeah, it's official. Strowman hitting him with the top of the table would look like shit. That light plastic caught air. KO was my fave, so this sucks. I'm with you, Bruiser. I mean, for obvious reasons. Big shout out to KO, big fan. And yeah, bummed out. I was really looking forward to Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at Mania. I don't know if it was talked about enough, but that match was going to be a hell of a match. Randy's voices in his head could be Aleister Black. Interesting. What's up, Gregory? TJP is a free agent. That's interesting. TJP, I think, fits really well in TNA. TJP fits really well. I mean, he's been there. He does fit really well in AEW. There's a lot of ties there. That might be actually a better landing spot. As the ref counting has Braun back to his feet at 8. Clearly a count out. No, I disagree. Aleister was supposed to return on SmackDown after Mania. That might have to change it. Absolutely. I mean, it's been rumored, and again, even the idea that he was going to be there the SmackDown after. I mean, with the teases, we think that. So ultimately, things change. They might have to pivot. I will always be thankful for Kevin Owens. He whooped Sammy. I mean, I'm not even going to argue that one with you because I like KO better, my guy. Stop picking on Sammy. Fatu off the ropes. Spine buster by Strowman. Braun just cheated. Anyone guess what the CM Punk favor is? I'm standing on it. If you go back in our archives, I said it out loud. I said it that CM Punk might want Paul Heyman's services. And I think that's what we're going to get. That's why he wants to tell Roman at WrestleMania, I am a Paul Heyman guy once again. Strowman's got a table. Jacob to his feet, by the way. Braun for the win. Solo cost Jacob. Could be. No rules exactly. What's up with Netflix blacking out fingers? I didn't notice that, Matty. I didn't catch any blackouts on my side of things. Yeah, no rules. Does Nick Aldis have a match before Adam Pearce? At this rate, he's closer. He's closer to it. And he was healthier. I mean, Aldis had some health issues. Pearce had some health issues. Aldis he was still wrestling when he stopped. So as far as I know, other than aging, no offense, that's the only hindrance for Aldis. Could be like when Cody came back, Nick Aldis makes Orton wait till, yeah. Bruiser for sure. Fatu with a tope. Ooh. Saved by a knee pad. Mark Davis is injured too. Mark Davis, man. We just got him back from injury. I hope he's okay, Greg. Though I don't. Mark Davis's booking's been funky, so I hope he's okay, but yeah. Yay! But Netflix has slasher flicks. Yeah, I mean, again, I would be surprised. I haven't noticed any blacking out. Well, at least not on stream. Oh, Fatu takes Braun into the post. And this is the thing about Jacob. Jacob's been working Braun Strowman for weeks now. KJ, I was saying TK is fuming from seeing Fenix and Punk getting pops. Oh, my God. Steel chair to Fatu. Fatu down.
Speaking of blacking out, but yes. Hi, how you
Fatu
doing?
down. Nick up.
The stakes right now, 100% the stock market up, the Fatus down the Strowman
Express, and they're dead. Pancake
through
through
the barricade. We knew that was happening, though. We knew that was happening.
Yeah. I don't like the Strowman Express thing. I think he does it too much.
Choose me. No.
Yeah. So if KO is not faking injury, Orton could fight Black. Also Wyatt 6. US title, which he won't, I don't think. Sokoa, probably not. Fatu, LA, nah, I think they'll keep them separate. I think it's either going to be Aldis, Black, or Rusev. Both men up.
Just as outrageous.
Outrageous.
As we're getting the replay, and then Tessitore said, this is outrageous, but
what a maneuver.
Malachi Black isn't coming back till 425. He's coming back post-Mania.
What if that changes because of the circumstance?
No.
Why not?
No, then you don't do Orton, I guess. Or you do, if you were, I'd rather do Rusev versus Orton than
Rusev, my bad.
I'm standing up the fucking tide there with Malachi.
Yeah, I'm standing on Rusev, but I mean, again, is it possible that they were planning to bring him back on the 25th, but now KO's out, Malachi slides in? I mean, yeah.
I love a him versus Aldis match.
Yeah, I'm still not sure. That.
Well, you nailed it though, and we've talked about this, and this is how I felt the whole time, because we saw Pierce has gotten cleared, Corey Graves has gotten cleared. Aldis never really stopped wrestling until he went to WWE. So, like, he's still the closest to being an active performer. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forget you still have pictures. So, what's happening?
Yeah, Fatu just laid Braun out with a garbage can, gives us his little Samoan shimmy. The Samoan shuffle, if you will.
There you go.
John, how you doing?
Right. Well, I see this, and we can both answer this. Of which debuting match did you like better, Penta and Gable or Fenix and Frazer? Penta and Gable.
Yeah.
I've been always slightly partial to Penta, because shit's a little more founded in the heavyweight-ish, got some more junk in the trunk, but
right.
Yeah, and I feel like with Fenix, we know allegedly where the feud's going. Versus Penta, we didn't know, and now we've still got Penta and Braun, which I still think is fantastic. Of now, there's the alleged four-way of Penta, Braun, Finn, Dom.
Yeah. As Braun and Jacob are at the bottom of the stairs, Braun up first, gets a chair and wearing out Jacob, still a minute away. Anthony with some wishful thinking. Joe Hendry versus Orton for the TNA World Championship.
So Randy Orton, your new TNA World Champion?
Right, let's go. The Boogeyman dance. Nice shot.
RKO. Yeah, Jacob is just out there. Have you seen the clip to where he actually meets the Boogeyman and he's like amazed? It's like seeing a child meet Mickey.
Right. More chair shots. They're up in the crowd. Crowd is going wild. Floyd wants to know, Nick, where is Chad Gable?
He's out there in the Gulf of America training with El Grande Americano.
Right. Well, he's got a match against El Grande on Monday.
No, he wasn't medically cleared. He was gonna
hold it off.
Yeah. No, it's Grande versus so and so, because Chad Gable, because they were in Minnesota and Gable was trying to. Well, no, I'll be cleared for Minnesota and everything, and then that's when Pierce was like, "Well, no, you have a doctor's note."
Yes, but they followed it up, and that's where they booked Chad.
If they've done a follow-up, I haven't seen it. I saw the first.
So they followed up with Gable versus Grande this coming week.
So he'll just hold up a mirror and face himself.
Well, this is how is he going to get out of it? And I think he's going to claim to still be sick, right? So, or injured, or they put both men down.
suplex through the just so happen to be their tables that serve no purpose outside of people falling through them, but they were there.
What up, Carly? How you doing? How you doing?
We're getting a holy chant.
Working on a Friday night. We got to count.
I forgot we still haven't gotten the answer from, Roman Reigns.
No, not yet.
Oh, a creature was stirring, and it is Braun Strowman.
Balls up!
Despite the pizza boxes, the paper plates, they made it through.
Balls up.
I like that, though, from Strowman. I'm like, gets up and then instantly stumbles down onto his planes.
Yeah. I'm not.
I'm not okay. But don't tell me that I'm fucking good.
Yeah, I'm not okay, but I'm not losing. I like it.
I'm not okay.
What up, folks? Get in this chat. Make some noise. How you feeling out there on a feel-good Friday night? We are winding down this one, but Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu are kicking the shit out of each other.
Absolutely, folks. Get in where you fit in, and 100% of this place to fit in is with us. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I'm waiting out for Jacob to just destroy through Braun. Like, I know I was hoping for a solo, a Tonga interference, but I still always love me some just weapons of mass Fatu destruction.
Right. What about Obafemi just for the help of it? Nah, I don't think he goes anywhere near that.
Fatu, and of course, that man literally hit that man. Jacob hit Braun through a table so hard my shit buffered. I had to hit refresh because my shit buffered. He hit that man so hard.
Both men out. 6. 7. Fatu.
8. Fatu crawling to his feet. 9.
Fatu gets up.
Fatu gets up.
Wow. Yes, we did, Damien.
LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania ain't a bad shout. I think Jacob's winning, though.
Yeah, Jacob.
Or is that where he gets sugar honey iced tea by Solo?
I like the idea of Jacob winning this belt and then having Solo be jealous.
I'm the one who's feeding this family. I'm the one that's bringing back here.
He wins with a hockey, with a body check. So all points.
Wouldn't that be a disqualification and ejection? You get suspension, some fines.
Yeah, that would be
charged. Is that a boarding penalty?
Yeah, you can call it a few things. Saturday moaning, wake and bake with Jacob Shake. There you go.
You do you, boo-boo.
Or Ethan Page, not likely, though Ethan Page might be taking on Joe Hendry, which is a fun twist.
Yeah, just as the TNA turns, it feels.
Right. That was awesome. Great match. As we go back to Cody and John eating a crossroads.
John should have gotten the better of this moment.
No, not at all.
Why?
I thought it went perfectly. Because John got a slight edge and got the last word.
That's allegedly the last time we're going to see John till Mania.
I disagree with that. I don't believe that. And again, people said that about, the Rock's not involved. They also said that, Roman's not announced, but they keep adding people popping up. Just because he might not be advertised yet doesn't mean you're not getting them. Again, it was Cody needed to hit that in that moment. So that's the conversation. That's the exclamation point on the debate. So with them going back and forth the way they did, John getting the last laugh, to me, only diminishes Cody. Cody needed that over moment. So he feels in the game, really in the game with him.
Yeah, but I think you could have had him. He takes that moment. He takes the AA, and then he's got 2 weeks to sit there and cut promos.
Yeah, but you're burying him. Him coming out and cutting promos to the air doesn't help. If the last time you saw John and Cody in the ring together, John Cena literally rips a strip off him with the mic and then hits an AA. I mean,
well, so then what do you do now for the next 2 weeks?
I imagine there has to be some type of interaction between these men. I can't imagine we're going to go 2 weeks with nothing. If it's just Cody coming out and talking to the air, it's going to hurt the whole build to this. The build's been good. The build's been strong. And like I said, if I was booking it, Cody hitting that crossroads to me was super important for the viability of feeling like Cody is on that level. Cena, as far as I'm concerned, will have a moment where he gets a comeback. But in that, with all the talk about Cena pushing Cody down, Cody gets out the gate first, and I'm okay with that.
Fair. I guess I'm more buying into or anticipating that Cena may not be there that much. So you could have Cena have that one moment and Cody can talk his way through the next week or two. And really go at John, and it gets how Cena had a week or two to where Cody didn't do a ton, that Cody has his moments to where he can really just unleash, because Cody survived what is the John Cena promo, which is kind of hanging with Dwayne when Prime Dwayne was around, of hanging with Cena now, or is where Cody's really established, like, he can cut a promo. He can sit there and hold the people, even if he's got to go against nothing.
To an extent, I think there's people out there that get really kind of like a little worn down with Cody being a little too polished at times. And so him coming out and cutting long-winded monologues isn't the best for him. I actually think he did better when he has to go toe-to-toe and has to up his game. I thought he upped his game a lot. I saw people feel like he was doing his best to swing. I thought he was right in there. But at the end of the day, I think that, in the build to something like this, it's tit for tat. I'm not even out. Like, I know some people think The Rock's been forgotten about, but let's remember, it's The Rock. He shows up winning.
Well, he's allegedly not going to show up at 41.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a fucking second.
Is that because of the source or because of the content?
Both.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping both Cody and Jay lose. I want children crying. Mr. Noob, I like it. Not going to happen, but I do like it.
I think Jay wins, and I think Cena wins. Early predictions.
Yeah, I'm stuck. The minute Jay won Rumble, I called him as the winner for Mania. I can't change my mind now. I'm still torn on Cena and Cody, but I am leaning towards Cena with you.
Yeah, as I'm getting the SmackDown results from tonight of Fenix over Frazer, Knight over Tama, and Motor City over DIY, Naomi over BFAB, and Jacob Fatu over Braun Strowman.
Right. Busy night. We still got a good amount of minutes on the clock, so let's see what they do for the next 25 minutes. Roman
Reigns. And do you think this is when we get the favor pulled out here? Of
yes.
We've bandied about it, we've talked about it, we've hinted at it. Not us, them, but yeah.
No, I know. I mean, they've outright told us that that's what's happening. Like that. Well, that's not even
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, but then, I won't believe them till I see it. I need to see it paid off.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels like it's and again, Paul Heyman goes on the record saying whatever the favor is, I don't care what the favor is, I'm on the record publicly saying yes to whatever you ask for, which is crazy because who knows, right?
Yeah. Like, I want your firstborn child. All right. Well, how about no?
New rumor, possible replacement for KO against Goldberg. Orton is Goldberg. No. I don't think Orton would agree to it. I'll be honest with you.
No, the man with the bad back is going to sit there and want to take a jackhammer and everything from a guy who's probably concussed before he gets in the ring. No.
No.
What the fuck?
Not at all. I couldn't see that happening. It doesn't make any sense.
Trying to reach for the fucking dream that might have been there.
Right, maybe. Chicago won't sing for Roman. I know. The Americans don't do the sing-alongs like the Europeans do.
Yeah, but at times, though, the Europeans got almost too much. Like, AJ Styles could not get a word in.
Yeah.
Without them chanting.
right? Yeah, and I could imagine. I mean, I'd be shocked. Good for Chicago if they pull it off. I'm still thinking the KO thing is a work. We will see. The thing about KO is he's created such a legacy, such a run, especially lately, where we don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
The RKO on Aldis makes me believe, though. Cody Rhodes.
Well, and Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, but KO is in that lineage now of what WWE's really struck gold with, of a believable heel. Of you don't know where they're at. So whether it's Drew long conning us with the eye patch, whether it's KO that's gonna say, "Oh, I can't go," and then the night of WrestleMania, hold on.
Yeah.
So he feels vindicated. Yeah. So I don't believe it until I see it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think up, like, let's say RKO doesn't RKO Aldis, and we kind of leave it up in the air. Then next week, Randy's out there, and then KO shows up and stunners him or something. But that RKO to Aldis, to me, tells me that there's something up. Either, Aldis is going to be like, fuck this. I don't care about being general manager. Let Saraya be the GM. I'm going back to wrestling. Or, as GM, I'm sick of your shit, Randy, and I got somebody that's going to put you in your place, and it's X, whoever it might be.
Hammerstone.
Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. Well, and it does feel bad that we're not going to get, at present time of recording, we're not going to get Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, I'm bummed. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Kevin because Kevin's been so hot, Nick. Like, I mean, the guy has been cooking. He's elevating. I mean, I thought he brought the best out of Cody up until we got this Cena stuff. I think he's even continuing to grow. But I think that I just feel bad for him. I know if you're a wrestler, you want to be on that WrestleMania card. And for him to be missing out a couple weeks away and his career to be in jeopardy, I feel bad, man. That's how he puts food on the table.
Yeah, well, and am I wrong to, when you add your career in jeopardy, that I almost wonder if that might be you're putting a little too much on it? That makes me feel like that might be less believable than really believable type of thing.
Could be overselling it.
I don't want, like, if I'm wrong, I don't, like, that's one of those you don't want to be wrong about, but yeah.
316, you've said this a couple times, so I will answer it because I'm trying to avoid your Liv questions. But ultimately, Liv will not be doing double duty. She may have a woman. Oh, there we go. As we get a women's tag team gauntlet match.
Right, which featuring Lyra and Bailey as a tag team. Ray Fenix versus Berto next Friday. But yeah, Mission and B-Fab a tag team. Yeah, just all the other women in tag teams together. You can have that. Someone's going to be mad at it.
Right? Absolutely.
Face to face of Drew and Priest next Friday.
So Drew and Priest. So again, people are talking about this card and not how they feel about it. But you look,
Heyman just waiting.
As Roman Reigns is doing his Hangman Page impression, showing up at 9:52.
Any minute. Yeah, he's out there. Why isn't he here?
Rusev
Mania. He's going to be here any minute now.
Right. I'm just hoping for good surprise. I don't want Randy. I don't know who Randy is facing. I just want to see it live. I'm with you on that. Kind of do what they did to Seth, right? Like with Cody coming in of, I got someone for you. You go out to the ring on, on Saturday or Sunday. You get out there and we will show you who you're going to fight. And then everything goes off and then we get boom, whoever it is.
All this. And the crowd loses their
all this will be crazy.
Absolutely. As I'm in commercial break, I don't know what you have at this point, sir.
I have the countdown, so we're about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. Folks, we are going into the main event segment, I guess, and there is no Roman Reigns as it stands now. So it would be hilarious, Nick, if Roman no-shows and then they're like, we'll wait till next week.
Oh, no, you can't do that. Like, Well, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, and that's why I was really excited for this SmackDown, and I've really enjoyed this SmackDown. Of now we're into the nitty-gritty. Now we're into every show matters. We're down into the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we get to WrestleMania. So now you can't this isn't fuck around time. This isn't stall.
Right. No, not at all. It's kind of funny though. It sets that, you know, they continue to, like, all show, they thread the tension of what's coming. So lots of time left on the clock. I'm curious. I mean, what does this all mean?
Right. Well, I think Big Dog just struck $1 million idea of, if we need to add it and y'all will buy it, we'll add it. But do you guys have a hashtag not sponsored shirt or hoodies in your store?
We do not. We might have
We might have to now. If you will buy it, we will build it.
Right. Right. When is Hickaleo Hickory Sticko Hickaleo coming? That's a good question, in the sense of, it'd be very interesting what the bloodline does. Like, if Jacob defects, do you replace Jacob with a Hickaleo?
Well, it's even, how do you go depending on what you do with Roman and Punk? If Punk becomes still the baby face and Heyman sides with him now, and now you've got Roman would have to be a heel at that point, and just, that's my wise man. So does he have to surround himself with new associates, with a Hickaleo, with a Lance Anawahi, what have you?
Maybe.
Right.
Roman running late, aka he will be there last minute. Why even show up so late for your show? I know there's a definitive deadline of, you're that late, don't come.
I mean, I don't know. What? We all heard that.
Jacob versus LA Knight, official. Nick, this is awesome. Jacob is going to steamroll LA Knight and be our U.S. champion coming out of Mania.
Yeah, your new U.S. Champion, Jacob Fatu. Embrace it, love it, enjoy it, accept it.
Oh, we got the headlights.
Well, we've already seen Seth. Punk's already in the arena, as Roman, or as Heyman's just.
Heyman does. Heyman knows he's in trouble.
Yeah, you done fucked up now, Ron. Yeah, as Roman, original tribal chief, and just walks past Heyman. Already, you done messed up now, Ron. He is 10 toes down on business. We out here talking business.
Right.
And just, this is the shot you follow through. This is the shot you follow through.
Mm-hmm.
As Heyman just a lackey, ever like, getting walking right behind him.
He's following him like a toddler that has a.
Dad, no. We were both fighting. I might have hit him first. You don't need to do that. Dad, listen, listen, Linda.
Right.
Man's like stomping through his whole entrance. Normally, Roman has a 75-minute entrance.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing history in the making. The shortest Roman Reigns entrance in the history of all Roman Reigns entrances ever. He got to that ring.
And Roman's Reigns is this is the shortest Roman's Reigns is.
Maybe he was legitimately late. They were just like, fucking go.
Yeah, but no, the original tribal chief reminds me similar to when he first showed up and had the, wreck 'em all and leave and everything.
Do you think it's funny that he went back to OTC because the fans kept cheering it, even though his t-shirt said YTC?
YTC? Well,
we're already trained, bro. You can't
now OTC.
He's pissed. Acknowledge
me. 100%, folks. If you haven't done so already, make sure you acknowledge the channel. 100%. Be a friend, tell a friend, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as we're still tiptoeing, getting ever so close to the 7K. We're past the 50 threshold follower on Twitch. Let's see if we can reach 100 and move on and forward.
Right.
Is he here? Heyman, again, just yes, my tribal chief. Yes, my tribal chief.
CM Punk.
And again, they're in Chicago, so this is where Punk's going to be the babyface, and you're going to get anything Roman or Seth does booed.
Yeah.
Wise man, tribal chief. Is he still talking about this favor? Yes, my tribal
Heyman should be in movies. Like, he should be in movies.
He's Paul Giamatti without a fucking beard.
He's 100% Paul Giamatti. Like, Paul Giamatti plays Heyman in the
Heyman movie.
Yeah. Facts.
We want just 10% royalties.
What?
I say we just want 10% royalties.
Right? Yes, tribal chief. Okay, tribal chief.
Tribal chief.
He knows he's in shit. That's the extra.
He looks like the human blob. He looks like literally like if you took Jello and folded it into a human body. That would be Paul Heyman. The man has jowls on jowls.
Jowls on jowls on jowls.
CM Punk, I'm right here. I get it. You're good people. This is my city. I have to like him. Roman's actually gotten so good. And again, I will credit our argument with Cena and everything it's called a promo, big dog. If you want to be one, you got to cut one. It made Roman step the fuck up. And Roman's game on the mic, top tier, top five. Chief.
Okay, Roman talking shit. Roman talking his shit. Let's go. Seth come out before Punk? Probably.
You almost wonder because so much of these, they could be singles matches and you got it as a triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost you have it after the fact because there's so much history between Seth and Roman. Now you've got everything, the whole angle with the favor between Punk and Roman. Is that a singles match on his own? It's crazy to think, though, and it makes sense to me why Roman, Punk, Rollins,
he's calling him out.
3 of your top guys in the company are in your main event, regardless title, regardless this or that.
Roman saying, come out here and acknowledge your tribal chief.
Well, and if you noticed,
Seth.
Fair enough. But I was going at Punk of, you noticed how when they were having the contract signing and Roman was telling Punk to acknowledge me and Heyman saying, no.
Burn it down. Lots going on here, Nick. As Seth come out.
Whoa. Again, a guy who I didn't know until we were close to going live was actually going to be even on the show.
Everyone's favorite Barca lounger. What the fuck?
Yeah, man looking like a fucking MRE. Man looking like a fucking military tent that just came to life. Seth Franklin Rollins coming out right now. Whoa.
You can hide a 747 of those jowls. Yeah, I mean, Bailey Humphrey looks like Paul Heyman and Jack Swagger had a kid.
Paul, he looks like, what is it? Droopy the dog. I'm so sorry right now that you have to watch. Or he's out there and Alfred Hitchcock. Paul Heyman should play Alfred Hitchcock in the biopic.
Right.
Sat in there. Yeah, he's I don't
trust him, man.
Looks like he thinks he's in camouflage, but everyone else is like, we can see you.
As he gives Paul a little butt tap.
Oh,
I know I got you, bro. That's funny shit. Like picture Jack Swagger doing the We the People, just with Paul Heyman's head.
We the People. Chicago. Seth Rollins looks like the last image a fly pictures themselves as before they hit a windshield. But that's like I was saying, Seth Roman at this point, they've built it enough and they've gone back enough to the history. This alone feels like this could be a singles match at WrestleMania.
Oh, it could be all three of them. That's why I don't get why the fans are kind of like, I'm seeing so much kind of negativity towards this. Like, this is a dream match. This is a match you only get in 2K of like Seth Rollins, Punk, Roman Reigns, triple threat. That's you and your two buddies. Pick your favorite guys. Like, you don't expect a match of this caliber.
But that's the thing, is that's because they're set on the fact that they could book that in 2K. They're fickle fucks. That's what it is. They're right. They're fickle. We're long enough in the stream. I can say they're fickle fucks at this point. Of just you want everything with it. You want the fucking cake, the ice cream, the this, the that, the this, that, and the third on top of it. Like, sometimes good enough is good enough.
Well, I mean, again, when you're getting, I mean, if you had told us a couple years ago we were going to get CM Punk, Seth Roman, I think a lot of us would be really happy. But oh no, but they didn't do this and they didn't do that, and like, Jesus Christ,
right? Yeah, Droopy. That's what I was thinking of. Well, Roman Reigns out here with Seth Rollins again. You underestimate me.
Paul looks like Wimpy from Popeye.
Yeah. I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a main event on Sunday.
Now, I like the fact Seth is like, I got to be out here to see what this nonsense is, bro. Paul Heyman looks like...
Well, and he even said that during the contract signing of, I need to clean up the mistakes you make.
Yeah.
We're waiting on this favor. CM Punk.
Why did he wear his VR glasses to the ring?
Oh, yeah, why is he wearing an Oculus out there? Why is Seth out there doing this promo in VR?
Would you sport Rollins? I would definitely rock those glasses. Fuck it.
You know when I do that? When I'm getting interviewed by police. You can't see where I'm looking, officer.
Take those glasses off. What?
No, they're prescription.
Right.
Bloody Paul Heyman, aka the Penguin. Yeah, he is. He is Arthur Cobblepot. Instantly, Roman, we could talk about loyalty, but I know you have no clue what that means. I liked Roman's line last week of, we died a long time ago.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. America, we're learning. We're cultured as a people.
Right. As Roman said, I didn't even ask you to come out. Why are you here?
Yeah. Why do you look like fucking Mickey 18 instead of Mickey 17? What the fuck is going on here? How much do close costs in the Matrix, Seth?
I know CM Punk and Roman Reigns, they are both passionate, and Seth Rollins will not get the win at WrestleMania 41. I don't know, man. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Look in my eyes. What do you see? And Seth just props up in the corner. This is what you asked for.
Right.
CM Punk, a.k.a. Chi-Town Wolverine. I don't know about that.
Right.
I do like that he's got the goddamn Fantastic Four reference all the time of, it's clobbering time.
Right.
Yeah.
Action, Jackson. Fire. Yeah, I mean, again, tonight for a 3-hour show, this might be the best 3-hour show they've done. Period.
Oh, 100%. This is, I've screamed it from the mountaintop, sir. This is what this show made me excited for them to finally actually be 3 hours.
Yeah. And I think if you're watching right now, you guys can let me know your 2 cents out there. I like Seth in the middle of this. We got one-on-one. but the extra guy always seems to be stirring the pot. Whoever's arguing, the third guy's a pain in the ass. So I like this dynamic. I like what Seth's doing right now.
Seth's the Joker with fucking Batman and Superman having a meeting right now. I'm literally just out there of, well, he said a lot of shit about you, sir.
Right.
That's the thing. Seth's just the shit stirrer.
Seth is like robot chicken Batman. Yes, I got a robot chicken drop in. Woo!
My guy, you have no idea how much I love robot chicken. The fucking giraffe in the quicksand is the best, like 30 seconds you can ever watch. Go look it up on YouTube, folks. If you haven't, just go watch, search robot chicken giraffe, and you're good.
No, the Avengers or the superhero real world killed me. They told you to fire me.
Well, and this is interesting because we had earlier the CM Punk acknowledgement ceremony of his spot in the WrestleMania into the WrestleMania main event.
But and again, Punk is tapping into real true story. Like real life shit.
Yeah. And Seth just literally, he's like the bitter bitch ex that's just sit there fucking, like when you had three-way calling, that's just there on mute and just listening to the shit, twirling their fucking hair.
Right.
The one that like, huh, when you're all, huh, in the middle of the call.
My girl called Roman Reigns Ray Romano.
No, why, Ray? Why you gotta?
Sorry to make this about me. Do you remember this, Paul?
When?
Here it is.
Yes, let's go.
We got it. They're calling for it. So when you main event, I will be there.
Well, they aren't here anymore.
I'm going to force you, my tribal chief. I'm going to force you out of your comfort zone.
But this feels like this is a Seth or a Punk Roman match. Like Seth's just there, the watcher.
But that's why they gave Seth his minute. Not everybody can talk at the same time. So Seth falls to the background as we've had other segments that were
Seth's just the guy out there in the bush just watching, just looking on, maybe touching himself.
Yeah, but Seth got his words in. This is about Punk right now cashing in that favor. And again, supposed to be with Roman, shows up with Punk, leaves with Seth.
Paul Heyman.
Look at Paul. Paul wants it. And Seth's running his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
I'm going to say too much, but I've seen someone fake some shit before, and that's some faking some shit there. No, don't make me go with you, Phil. Don't make me do anything like that.
Right.
That's the favor?
That's the favor?
Roman just unfazed. Just you can have that. That ain't the one I'm mad at.
He loves me. But what Paul already said yes. Roman doesn't know Paul said yes.
That's the thing. And Heyman is sweating fucking bullets right now.
He wouldn't.
He's got a dark suit on, but I can see it getting darker under the pits and under the other areas.
He's saying he wouldn't. He would never do that. I already said yes.
Actually, my tribal chief.
Oh, Paul, he doesn't know he already said yes.
Oh, the reaction right here is about to fucking take the roof off.
Uh-huh. He's already committed.
I already said yes, my tribal chief. As the crowd's just chanting CM Punk, Heyman already, he might have been out there back with Van Dam, but he's already got the fucking cloudy red eyes.
Motherfucker, what? You better use
what
your
words. What did you just say to me?
I like this a lot.
I wish it now nutter. He's weeping.
Crying.
He's weeping. The weeping willow, Paul Heyman. You better wipe them off. There's no crying in wrestling.
Yeah, Heyman gonna need some vitamins quick. This is cinema. I agree, man. Well played. Punk.
This is why this is the main event.
Yeah, it should be. It's a dream match. I made you relevant.
Tell him no.
I already told him yes.
You're not my tribal chief.
And I love Punk explains exactly why this is going to happen, why it's significant for the match, and you're still going to get people that say, I don't get why they did this. They just mapped it out.
I am going to tear everything away from you. I don't have to beat you. I will break you.
But this is heelish for Roman.
This is heelish for Punk.
Not really. No.
Tearing away, two lovers torn asunder. You're splitting up a happy marriage. I can't
do that, my tribal chief.
And he's weeping. I can't do that, my tribal chief.
I know.
And Seth is laughing maniacally like a fucking madman.
Let's go.
And it's Fenix. It looks like he's in a fucking loony bin because he's out there.
Here we go again. Throwing.
They're fighting. No.
Go sleep. Out he goes.
And Heyman still. No.
I love that. That sidestep by Punk was beauty. Just pivots and looks at Seth. You want some?
This is Batman and Superman, and the Joker's just fucking laughing at him. Watch them tear each other apart.
Kill each other. I'm going to take the dub, and I'm going to take Heyman.
I'll kill each other. I'll pick up the scraps.
Supposed to show up with Roman, shows up with Punk, and leaves with Seth. That's what I'm hoping for.
As Heyman just... No, as Punk just sends us off.
Right?
With the go to sleep.
Oh, Punk almost fell over Roman.
They cut away real fast. I went straight to nothing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is SmackDown. It was on and popping tonight. Get in that chat like we do for every single show. We will take your rating out of 10. We'll break it down. What did you like? What didn't you like? My God. I mean, that to me was the best 3-hour SmackDown we got in 2025 overall. As far as the energy, the vibe, I really like this one, man. A lot happened tonight, Nick.
Yeah, I almost got to give it a 9 just so I can't say I gave it a 10 because it still had room to grow. It had a low bar to overcome with the best 3-hour SmackDown, but goddamn did it can deliver. We are in WrestleMania season, folks. If it wasn't there before, we're sure as fuck there now.
Hundo. Yeah, it's hard to argue. And I mean, this is what I was anticipating and hoping, like all the other fans, that tonight you get 3 matches added to the card at Mania. You have the build up. We find out what the favor is. That's a hilarious, the whole way this is playing out. Again, it's these are the days of our Heyman. It's crazy. It's good shit.
As the Heyman turns.
Right. Well, yeah.
It might take a day. It might take a week. We don't know. We haven't tested the rotation yet.
Right. Between this segment, KO retirement, Tiffany versus Charlotte, the show was great.
KO retirement. Did he retire? I missed that.
Well, I'll see you when I see you type speech. Nick, Seth is Batman, that laugh. Yeah, that's what I kind of got that vibe. But 5.5 for SmackDown, says Mike. Feel like
out of a rating out of 6?
Right. Heyman definitely aligning with Seth. I got that vibe. We could be wrong. We could be just guessing.
No, you might be wrong. I don't think that. Don't lump me into this. You might be wrong. Don't think that. I don't. No. Okay. He leaves with Roman or he leaves with Punk. No. Ha.
So my question would be, will Roman be okay with one night only? So he does Mania with Punk and then goes back to Roman?
I don't know where we go from that. I don't think it ends with Seth. I think that could lead more to a confrontation with the Roman, the Punk, the Heyman, all of that. I don't even know at this point if Roman doesn't still win the match. That's the thing. It's still Roman Reigns we're talking about.
Touche. And Roman gets, I mean, again, Heyman's been such a big part of Roman's success. Like Punk said, I'm going to put you out of your comfort zone. I'm going to take your wise man away from you. I mean, it's a very intriguing kind of ploy here by Punk. And I love that it went back to real life things. Paul Heyman really did quit his job for CM Punk. Paul Heyman really did have issues with the WWE and Vince McMahon over CM Punk. So this comes full circle and it's real.
I'm still really waiting for, and I know you said real, so I'm doubling down on the really, really, really real. Where really, really real. To where you get babyface CM Punk talking to heel John Cena about a world title match and just let those two go and just let them be untethered. Because holy shit, you want to put asses in seats? That's how you put asses in seats.
I love that for SummerSlam, to be honest.
Fantastic. I'll do it. Go ahead. He's got 10 months. He's got 10 months.
Right. We got time to kill. 7.5 from Saf at 3. The final promo boosted to a 5.5. Otherwise, it would be 3. Mikey, what you watching, buddy? What you watching? 9 out of 10.
I guess Mikey doesn't like it.
Right. Mikey doesn't like it. 9 out of 10. Hay goes with Seth. I think it's in people's head now. Triple turns at WrestleMania 40 coming. Triple turn. Everybody turn.
Change places.
9, 7.5, 8.25 out of 10 knee pads. Great profession of stories all night. Getting more excited for WrestleMania 41, as we should be.
Well, I don't know about you, my guy, and maybe the chat's a little behind it, but I'm full in WrestleMania season mode at this point. This is literally, I'm almost like, do I sit there and try and find time and watch marathons of old WrestleManias just because it's WrestleMania season time?
Get them all.
Do I sit there and play a playlist of WrestleMania theme songs? Do I just listen to The Weeknd because he's, again, the theme for WrestleMania, as he always is, I guess. So he's just the background noise.
Yeah, Boston. Yeah, that was dumb. What was dumb about it, my guy? Like, I think you may be one of the people that I'd like. They mapped everything out. They explained everything. There's story to it. They handed it to you, and you went, "I don't get it." And I mean, right over your head, I guess maybe. But
I don't know, Boston. I'm gonna give you a chance to respond and explain. Otherwise, this is when hot takes go wrong, my guy.
Yeah, 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, even though the main event spot was lame.
Well, he said none of the. No, go ahead. Sorry. See what he's saying. Oh, no, it was just Boston responding saying of none of that had anything to do with Seth, which is why it's dumb. No, that was the whole game point.
At his moment.
You even sat there and told me, and he was the omnipotent observer. He sat there and just got to laugh in the corner and watch these two tear each other apart. He got to play Lex Luthor. He was the Joker in the situation. Of I built you two to sit there and hate each other and just watch you tear each other apart.
I think it's this soft kind of approach. Like everybody gets a turn, everybody gets a medal, everybody. Like Seth came out, did his part, and explained why he was there. Now we've had segments or issues with Seth and Punk separately. We've had Roman and Seth have interaction. That's how this works with a three-way. Not everybody can talk at the same time. And this is part of the story. And the Seth moment, if they go the Paul Heyman route, that ties it all back around. That's why Seth's standing there laughing. Y'all going to fight over Paul and I'm going to hijack him. I'm down.
I don't believe that.
4 out of 10, raging, not liking it. All right, okay. I don't know what people need, what they're missing. What didn't you get tonight? 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for my mob, hot wife, Charlotte Flair. There you go. I like it, Dale. 9 out of 10 overall. OG jumping in there. Andy's got a 9. AB's got an 8. There you go. AB with some positive vibes. I like it. Tiffy time. The questions are what makes this good. Exactly, Adam. Adam gets it. We don't know everything right now, and not like, I mean, it's weird. It's weird.
Right. Well, it's just that's why he's out there giving it a 9 out of 10 and everything. Well, then you can touch this from Straight Edge Mikey. WWE is just so mid. People give high numbers because they are high on something.
We
I
know.
will admit, we fully do this under the supervision.
No, because I've been lit for another show and it doesn't help.
Facts, but I digress. Or they just tribalists and will say it's great when it's mid.
Mikey,
my guy, you sound like you're a tribalist at this point.
Yeah, Mikey, I know you're a bit new here, but you're going to learn that's not how we do business around here. If a show's good, a show's good. If the show's entertaining, it's entertaining. 3 hours did not feel like 3 hours tonight. 3 hours did not feel slow, did not feel mid. Again, superstars feeling big, feeling dramatic, feeling energized. We're curious about what's happening with Randy now that the KO's happened. Jade and Naomi did their thing well. Ray Fenix debuts and it went well. Again, I don't understand the idea that you only say it's good because it was good.
We got a last man standing match. We got Tiffany out there looking great. Like, there is little, I feel, honestly, to complain about tonight's SmackDown with it being 3 hours. That's why I'm fine 9 out of 10. And again, it's not a fucking 3-letter algorithm or anything like that we're fucking going off of it. It's a good goddamn show.
Yeah, nobody paying me to come and show up and have an opinion. So
I wish they would.
Yeah, no shit, right? 7 out of 10, not 4. 7.5. Good show tonight. 8. I'm with DJ on this one. Mr. Premier, 8 out of 10 for me. 8.5 is fine, but 8, outstanding show. Again, I'll reserve my 9s and 10s for, there was a couple spots in there that could have been ironed out a little bit, but even Tiffy manages to kind of give us more excitement tonight about that particular match. They announced a tag match. They announced there's going to be a gauntlet match for the women's tag. Again, I think they're amping up completely.
Oh, 100%. We are on the fast track for everybody that sat there. Oh, the WrestleMania build's been weak. Oh, it's been lacking. It's this it's also been later. So now we're hitting the fast forward on all of this because we've tied all of this together. Now we sit there and we can get that absolute cinema end of the show with Heyman, Punk, Roman, cinema, all of that, and the Cinnabon all the way, my guy. I'll catch you at an airport lobby with that. But even Seth Rollins out there, just laughing and cackling his way through it. I find hard to complain about much that I didn't like about tonight's episode of SmackDown.
Right. DIY and Motor City, the only low spot, but the match was good in the entertainment, so it wasn't a misstep for me. I thought Motor City and DIY still kind of lacking like that crowd response. Thought it was a good match. MCMG being number one contenders works for me. So MCMG and Street Profits should tear it down at Mania. I'm okay with that.
Oh, I think that's multi man. That's a multi-person ladder match, I feel.
Right. So it wasn't great, but not that good. Maybe you're just learning the scoring system then. Owens have retired due to incoming neck surgery. Yeah, I hope not. We're just talking about the guy on the run of his life.
Right. Well, see, friends become enemies or enemies become friends real fast here. Straight Edge Mikey instantly sided with you of saying a swerve with Heyman leaving with Rollins.
Yeah, unlikely, but that's what makes it fun. Like, it's holy shit if they actually have the balls to do that.
I don't get the connective tissue, but we can figure it out.
Listen, you two made me decide between you two, and this guy didn't. This guy respected me. This guy showed me love.
He loved me. He appreciated me.
Tug of war with me.
I won't be an object between you two.
Exactly. I'm not just a piece of meat, damn it.
I am not an animal. I am a human being.
The triple turns are for everything tonight was 8.5. When are we back live again? We are back live for Dynasty on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. live. And again, we're going to go into this with all the hype, all the hope. The card is stacked. Tony Khan adding matches like he's a pyromaniac, can't help himself. But they keep coming hot and heavy. But we will be here all night long on Sunday. We're back at it all week long for all your favorite shows. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we got busy times ahead, folks.
Yeah, he's out there just living his whole fucking theme of I'm so excited.
Right.
And I do think that Dynasty will be a fantastic show. AEW pay-per-views, regardless of how they go into it, they could be on the treacherous of waters. They deliver when it comes to a pay-per-view. So I'm excited for Sunday.
I did see an AEW fan, an account that is a very pro AEW, ask if this is a weak card. He wasn't really feeling it, even though he was a pretty big AEW fan. So we seem like it's a pretty good card on paper. We'll see.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's a predictable card to me. It's a good card, but it's predictable.
Okay. The Moxley win on Sunday. Let's be here for that. Let's go. WFU Wrestling for Life over everybody. Folks, don't forget, check out all our content. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Discord. Go over to Geekbox. Check out my interview with Mr. Geekbox, as we do appreciate the love and the support from the Mr. Box. And beyond that, like I said, we're here all week long. We are on the road to WrestleMania. We are on the road to all the things wrestling. What a night. This was fun. This went fast. I like it.
Oh, are we sure we're not in like hour 2 of this? Like, don't we have a commercial break and then we've got to get to like another like nondescript women's match and then a tag match for the main event or something?
Right. Maybe. But
where's Rampage when you need it?
Right. That's all she wrote, Nick.
But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talk about that rest, you're going to put that for life.
See you on Sunday. We're going to make a dynasty, folks. And see you on the flip side. Good night.